In a cardboard castle I would dream. Rains would wash us clean, it seems. Finger-licking meals we'd find outside. McDonald's lights our tears would hide. Work the pit for pennies that were few. Faces black with soot, not blue. 2 pence a week was all we'd get. Struggles piled, none we'd forget. But in our world we made it fine, with paper walls so thin and kind. In cardboard towers we'd recline, living large in smaller times. Cold nights would creep, but we stayed warm, with hopes to weather every storm. Each drop of rain a blessing pure, so cardboard dreams could long endure. Neighbor smiles we'd keep in heart, even as the days grew dark. In our kingdom built from scrap, found the joy within our lap. Now looking back, it all seems clear. We found wealth in what was near, not in gold or silver bright, but in the laughter every night.
Hi, John. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Girls are back. Sorry, late opening up the room, but Ripai, what's this guy's name? That guy who lives down. Oh, our mediocre moderator. Yeah, Ripai, something like that. Never remember. Yeah. Oh, no. I want that there. Anything happening around the world? We got the British girls back now. They've been out selling Restore Britain. No, they've done it once today. They're going out tonight to have another go. That's what they say anyhow. God knows what they do in walking the streets. Could be earning a living another way. Who can tell? Who can tell? You've got a good evening, Lady J. Always great to see you. I love the Ulster girls. Wish I'd married one. Oh, well, make do with what you got, Paul. Just be thankful you got someone who can cook sometimes. Right, let's get that playlist going properly. So get back there. Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a playlist in here. Cardboard Green Arrow streaming playlist. Here it is. Go for it. You can have it again.
In a cardboard castle
I like it.
I would dream. Rains would wash us clean, it seems. Finger-licking meals we'd find outside. McDonald's lights our tears.
Lucky girl.
Work the pit for pennies that were few. Faces black with soot, not blue. 2 pence a week was all we'd get. Struggles piled, none we'd forget. But in our world we made it fine, with paper walls so thin and kind. In cardboard towers we'd recline, living large in smaller times. Cold nights would creep, but we stayed warm, with hopes to weather every storm. Each drop of rain a blessing pure, so cardboard dreams could long endure. Neighbor smiles we'd keep in heart, even as the days grew dark. In our kingdom built from scrap, found the joy within our lap. Now looking back, it all seems clear. We found wealth in what was near, not in gold or silver bright, but in the laughter every night. 13 more have paid the price, lost beneath the government's icy vice, blind to the cries, deaf to the fight. They steal from us the will to unite.
We bear the scars, but speak not a word. Voices hushed, never to be heard. In shadowed halls where truth is jailed, our fragile hopes begin to pale.
We dare not stand for what is right, told we have no voice, no light. Invading hordes press on and on, our silent cries, a mournful song.
From streets of France to Spain's sun-kissed lands, England too feels tightened hands. The people suffer, paying the cost. In weak governments, our freedom's lost.
We carry pain, yet hold back tears, stifled voices fed by fears. Sacrifice on power's wheel, our truth suppressed, too raw to heal. We dare not stand for what is right, told we have no voice, no light. Invading hordes press on and on, our silent cries, a mournful song. But deep within, a fire burns, a call for justice that never learns. To break these chains, to rise and fight, to reclaim our stolen light. We dare to stand for what is right. We raise our voices in the night. No more will we be overrun. Together we will see the dawn. We dare not stand for what is right, told we have no voice, no light. Invading hordes press on and on, our silent cries, a mournful song. "13 more, but not in vain. Their sacrifice ignites the flame, for in our hearts the truth is stirred. We'll stand and proudly be heard.
Oh, stop it!
She walked alone in the city's glow.
A world apart where dreams don't grow.
He saw her from across the street.
A love he thought was out of reach.
But something in her eyes he knew, a spark that whispered, "I'm for you." Yet fear held them both in its hold, afraid to show, afraid to unfold a love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game. She wandered through the crowded night, her heart aching but out of sight. He followed silent, a step behind,
His heart beating, a rhythm to find. But something in her eyes he knew, a spark that whispered, "I'm for you." Yet fear held them both in its hold, afraid to show, afraid to unfold a love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game. They play the same game.
She took a step, a silent plea.
He reached out a hand to see.
In that moment they both found
a love that had been long unbound. A love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game.
in the city's glow. They found their way.
A love out of reach, now here to stay.
Yeah, mute the button, mute the button. Yeah, my fault.
The old
Sayoban got the keys to the steel cage. Her life's a mess, it's like a bad stage. Harry's good, she's slipping through the cracks. Lighting up at Dylan's, never looks back. Mama Lisa tries to lend a guiding hand. Sayoban's lost in a sinking quicksand. Every puff she takes, she's drifting away, ignoring the voices that beg her to stay. Downward spiral, spinning out of control. Life's a wildfire burning her soul. Kisses her dreams with a smoky haze, caught in the maze of her reckless ways. Nights at Dylan's filled with purple smoke. She thinks it's relief, but it's just a joke. Harry waits, his patience running thin. Fears he can't save the mess she's in. Locked in battles with herself deep down. Queen of chaos wears a tarnished crown. Lisa cries, her heart breaking in two, wishing her girl would see something new. Downward spiral, spinning out of control. Life's a wildfire burning her soul. Kisses her dreams with a smoky haze, caught in the maze of her reckless ways.
I was just a girl with a heart wide open, trusted too much, left my soul broken. You smiled like a friend, a sister, a light, but turned my world into endless night. Used and betrayed by the one I called my own, took my love and left me all alone, stole my peace, and every time I saved, I was a simple girl. Now I'm just a name on the grave. I cleaned your mess, paid every bill, thought you cared, but you never will. You lied so smooth, your mask so tight, while I cried through every lonely night. Used and betrayed by the one I called my own, took my love and left me all alone, stole my peace, and every time I saved, I was a simple girl. Now I'm just a name on the grave. You envied the joy I shared with friends. You wanted control, no means, no end. Your hands brought bruises, your words were chains, but I'm not your prisoner, not your shame. Used and betrayed, but I'm rising from the flame. You'll never again use my name in vain. Took my soul, but you can't take my fight. I was your victim, now
Right, I've got to get a red light, haven't I, on the top? I can't win. Get nagged twice in this year. My wife in this year, that mediocre moderator. I was saying to him today, you know, funny enough, I said, these streams, they're taking up time. I think we should be doing more videos about, I don't know, our enemies, councillors, political parties, the Green Party. So I said to him today, I said, that's what we'll do. I said, starting tomorrow, I'll start writing writing articles, doing videos about our enemies. What do you think? And well, he didn't think much. He's a bit like an amoeba, he reacts. I suppose if you stick a pin in him, he feels pain, but I don't know that he really feels anything. Yeah. What do you think? Good idea, Ribeye? I'm doing something about that as well, and it's coming out of our wages. Yeah. I'm going to put a link up and ask Vape Guy to come up, and we'll get some American news, and then we'll have some more music. And of course, I start playing Kev K57's music, and what happens? Those Korean girls who I thought had gone back, they've come back with their grannies. Couldn't have worked out in Hamburg for the Beatles. They're back as well. Ringo's trying to play the guitar now. Well, got to be better than playing the drums, haven't he? Right. Let me get a link. Oh. Coming up, Vape Guy, give us the news, my friend. Give us the news. Vape Guy? You coming up? I'll play some music until he comes up. I've got to read this, sorry. Sorry, guys.
One chance left in a trembling hand. White walls closing in again. Doctor speaking careful tones. 6 long months she won't walk alone. A dangerous road, a fragile thread, fear in the silence of words unsaid. But in her eyes there's a spark that stays, a quiet fire through the haze. When the night feels endless and cold, and her strength is running low, we will climb this mountain together, step by step, through stormy weather, through the chemo, through the pain, through the sunshine, through the rain. When you're tired and feeling small, I will be your strength through it all. Come what may, whatever we face, we will climb, we will climb, we will climb this place. once measured in hospital chairs. Lonely mornings, whispered prayers. Tired bones and thinning hair. He kisses her forehead, says, I'm right here. He holds her hand through every test, counts her breaths against his chest. When hope feels fragile as a flame, he speaks her name, her beautiful name. When the mirror shows a stranger's eyes, he reminds her who she is inside. We will climb this mountain together, step by step, through stormy weather, through the chemo, through the pain, through the sunshine, through the rain. When you're tired and feeling small, I will be your strength through it all. Come what may, whatever we face. So we will climb, we will climb, we will climb this place. If the road gets steep and hard to see, lean your weight and fall on me. Every tear, every scar only shows how brave you are. This love is stronger than the fear, stronger than the words we hear. And if the summit's far away, I'll carry you day by day. We will climb this mountain together, step by step, through stormy weather, through the chemo, through the pain, through the sunshine, through the rain. When you're tired and feeling small, I will be your strength through it all. Come what may, whatever we face. We will climb, we will climb, we will climb this place. One chance, one life, one vow we keep, through the valley dark and deep. Hand in hand, come what may, together we will find our way.
Ah, there's a fine handsome man. Oh, it's Abs. How are you, Abs? Okay, I don't know, boo.
I'm doing okay.
Ah,
Oh dear. I am a little tired though, I must say.
we're all tired, all tired. Kev, that was not the most cheerful of music, was it? Bit depressing. Oh,
I
yeah,
see someone's put Asman. I don't suppose he's in here, is he?
It'd be nice if he was. Get a shout out. I mean,
Yeah.
he could make a post saying the time is now 20:05 and he'd get 1 million views. Yeah.
Yeah. Or he could bring 1 million people over here, quite frankly.
Well, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Amazing how much influence.
Depends on their ethnicity. Right. And now we've got 3 of us. Let's get the news from America first. Are you you about?
Yes, I certainly am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hear you loud and clear. People want to know VidGuy, if America has heard of Rupert Lowe.
I'm sorry, you'll have to repeat that. You said something about Rupert Rowe. What's that?
Rupert Lowe. He's
Yeah.
the leader of Restore Britain. Have Americans heard of him?
Not many at all, honestly, that I know of,
Well,
unfortunately.
Oh, I've got to see now.
anyhow, like to keep any news from America. What's your
Uh,
president been up to?
Well, Starbucks coffee is leaving Seattle, if that matters. It's owned by one of the special people anyway. I couldn't care less. But things are not well in Seattle or New York City. A lot of businesses are just getting out of those places now. And Tennessee, the state which sits just below me, is picking up a lot of business, which I don't like because it's starting to spill over into Kentucky. We're just getting too many people here. It's just not good at all. And yeah, it pushes up property values and it increases the value of my house. But that's not the purpose of owning a house, in my opinion. So let's see if I could check something else out. That's as far as the Iran war, I haven't seen a whole lot going on there. It's not been decided at all. It's pretty much a stalemate, if you ask me. And that looks far worse on the good old USA than it does on Iran. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Other than that, I saw where the SPLC is being indicted for funding so-called white supremacist groups and creating them. So we over here knew that the SPLC was nothing but a civil rights scam to begin with.
Yeah. Vape guy. Can
Yeah.
you tell our viewers who the SPLC are? I know it, and I know
Stands for
Samuel.
the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's a pretty stupid name. It was founded in the 1970s, and they were to go after white supremacist groups, and they would sue them. And of course, the SPLC is basically just a bunch of chosen people. And as I said, that they're just a scam organization. And the Department of Justice has decided to go after them. Why, I don't know, because the Department of Justice is controlled by the same people. Oh, and by the way, Alan Dershowitz, I don't know if you've heard of him, he has decided to move from the so-called leftist Democrat Party over to the Republican Party. Not that that matters. I don't trust the man any farther than I can throw him. But he's also a pedophile. That's pretty well known. He's a good friend of Jeffrey Epstein. And he's definitely on the list. And so he was at his island several times. So anyway, it's so that's something that's going on. And other than that, we have our midterm elections coming up this summer. I don't think they amount to much. We're a two-party system in the United States, and I don't play red team, blue team. I'm registered as a Republican, but I won't vote. I couldn't care less what party wins. I'm out for the survival of our people, as you know, and that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I couldn't care less about countries or anything like that anymore.
I'll fetch you in a minute, Abatha. The midterms.
Yeah.
Wow, those midterms. When I was a big President Trump supporter from, 2015.
Yeah.
I was always waiting for the election. Then I was waiting for the midterms. I was wishing my life away after 2020. I thought, God, we've had the election stolen, as you know.
Yeah.
And I was just thought, wait for the midterms. And you're wishing your life away 2 years at a time if you follow American politics. It's either the election or the midterms.
Yeah.
Abatha, wake up, Abatha.
I'm here.
Go on, tell us what's been happening in your world.
Yep. So, obviously, new video out at the moment. Right now, we're in a fairly similar situation as far as the local elections are concerned. Unfortunately, there's only really two parties that are going to really come out on top of this more than anything. One of them is going to be the Greens, and the other one is going to be the Reformians, because the Tories were pretty much dead in the water after the slippery Sunak had his taste of medicine. And then Keir the traitor Starmer over here, well, we all know he's about as reliable as a fifth wheel on a wagon, and he is going to tank in the polls so hard. I mean, he's already unpopular as it is, but once the May elections come in, he'll be lucky if he has even a scrap to his name at this point. So we've got that to look forward to. Yeah, it's basically just me just talking more about Starmer and Polanski in that video more than anything.
Good. I'm glad someone's talking about our enemies. I was saying to Ribai today we should be doing more videos about Polanski and the Labour Party instead of constantly, well, whatever he wants us to talk about. There was a by-election down in Cornwall, wasn't there, for a councillor. Now, Reform won with 530 odd votes, something like that.
Yeah.
And the Greens come a close second, which is alarming, a very close second. And then after that, there was the Independents. The Labour Party only had 100 votes. They were trounced as expected.
Yeah.
Served with us a couple of hundred. But the numbers of people, I would have thought, even knowing what we know about Reform, I would have thought Reform would have done better than that. But so many people were saying they'd go along with the Greens. That was frightening. Almost double the numbers of people who voted Reform.
That is a very, very scary concept, because Labour at least were trying to hide their intentions and what have you. So you might not see as much as far as their party is concerned. But the fact that they're polling that ahead in the polls, the Greens, is extremely alarming. They're the ones who have gone basically full mask off and are saying, we are going to give your taxpayer money away to the Islamists and the invaders who want to destroy you. So it's extremely scary. And I hope to God people will see some of the absolute psychotic nonsense coming out of Zach Polanski in the upcoming future. And they're like, no, you know what? We don't want to become second-class citizens in our own country. We don't want to face being stoned to death just because we got caught cheating on our man or wife or whatever. It's just, it's words evade me, but it is just a massively, massively unsettling thought that they are getting that many votes. If I had to choose between the Reformians and the Greens, I'd probably pick the Reformians every time. But if I had the slight inkling to go restore, I'd vote them in a heartbeat, because I know where my loyalties lie.
Well, they're standing in our elections in May here in Wales. And I can't vote for Restore. I'll just go and spoil my vote. To me, it makes no difference whether Restore gets in or the Labour Party.
Yeah.
In actual fact, this is might sound strange. I've got a lot of respect for a Labour councillor around here who helped me campaign to save our fire station. And she worked bloody hard. We worked side by side. She knew I was BNP and whatever. But she was never into... She's old Labour, if you like. She's all about the constituency. She doesn't understand anything really about bigger politics other than at her little county that we live in, which is Blaine o' Gwent. That's all she's interested in. And she worked really hard. So
I guess there is some hope then that there can be a few good men and women in even the likes of the Labour Party. I'm sure if you look really bloody hard, you might even find one of the Greens, though you'd be extremely hard pressed for them, quite frankly. But it's just a shame what politics has basically degraded to. It's no longer a place where it's like you've got two parties where you've got reasonable policies and reasonable people and people actually behaving like gentlemen and ladies. Now it's more like constant bitching, sniping, and political point scoring that you'd almost think you were on bloody University Challenge, only for politics.
Yeah, I agree with you. You've got to excuse me. I'm getting messages from our mediocre moderator. Do you need a moderator, Abatha?
At the moment, no, because generally I don't do that many streams. Look, I know someone mentioned like, oh, he does them all the time on the bus, but no, I've probably only ever done like one live stream on a bus, and every other time it's usually a video. If I feel like there's loads of subjects that are important to talk about, I may consider a live stream, but generally speaking, I prefer to keep mine in video format, especially considering there has been a few occasions where I've accidentally put my address out there because of those TV licensing letters, and then I've had people fucking try and basically put that information in the Twitch chat, the YouTube chat, and basically put my information out there for all to see. I've scrubbed what I can from the internet, but unfortunately there will be people that know where I live exactly, which is a shame more than anything. But that, I guess that's just what happens.
I was going to say too, I'm sorry, I don't mean to butt in. You were talking a little bit about the SPLC earlier. So now there is this idea that if you protest anything here, you're funded by somebody. And that's not necessarily the case. But let me say this. Any person, and you guys know this, I'm sure, that is, talking about any hardcore right-wing extremism, saying, oh, well, let's start a new Nazi party here. Let's go attack minorities. That person's very more than likely with the FBI, okay? That's just sheer common sense amongst people like us now. And the SPLC doesn't like that too well because that leaves them with nobody to go after. They haven't had anybody legitimately to go after in years. So now they have started paying people to do this. But we have an organization over here called Patriot Front. And now they are being accused of being funded by the SPLC, which there's no evidence to that whatsoever. So, but, I remember when Charlottesville happened, and I watched that with Ribeye Rob. We watched it all right on the internet. It was incredible. And then, of course, January 6th, that was all up on D-Live. And I remember D-Live, I don't know, did D-Live get taken down or what? But something really controversial happened there. So it's been an interesting last 10 years, to say the least. All thanks to to Donald Trump. But I take the one of the people in the community that I listen to a lot that I really like is Tim Murdoch with White Rabbit Radio. He is incredible. I listen to him more than anybody now. He is one that preaches the best common sense in all of this. And he says, don't take it too lightly. Don't take it too serious. This can all turn on a dime at any notice. And we have no idea which direction it's going to go. And I agree with that. And trust absolutely no one in government or politics now. I agree with him totally on that. And that's all I had to say at the moment.
No.
Uh-oh. You can tell I need sleep, don't you?
Oh, we all do.
But only this idiot here has been staying up until like 2 o'clock in the morning to get up at like 6:45 to get to work. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Man down. Quick, paramedics.
Okay, well, let's have a tune while we sort him out. Is that? Let's do that.
And then
go back in time.
Yep, and then I will bring up a brilliant point that was made by Lady J and I.
Okay.
On the 23rd of April, when the red and white appears
Groundhog
from
Day.
the white cliffs of Dover, to the northern hills and dales. We remember who we are, the sons of Alfred and the free. The dragon's long been slain, now the English lion's breaking free. St. George's Day, St. George's Day, raise the cross of England, let that red and white fly high. St. George's Day, St. George's Day, for England, we will never bend the knee. This is our land, this is our home, this is our history. We are England, England's free. Through Agincourt and Waterloo, through Dunkirk's darkest hour, we stood alone in 1940, when the skies rained fire. From Francis Drake to Churchill's roar, that shook the world awake. The English spirit still burns strong. It's time for us to take. No surrender, no retreat. England's heart still beats. From every town and village, let the mighty English roar. On the 23rd of April, England rises once more. St. George's Day, St. George's Day, raise the cross of England, let that red and white fly high.
I've been there. I think you're muted. Or is there
I
something
have to
going
be
on?
muted. I always have to be muted. Right. I've thrown him in the dungeon. I don't want him ever see him in here again, Ribeye. I mean it. I don't want to see him in here again. The only reason I let him out last time was if he agreed to remove that shitty UT genocidal murdering support group UTK that supports the genocide and the killings of women and children and the grifting of money. Yeah. I don't care if he is Lady J's friend. I don't want to see him in this room ever again. Anyone promoting UTK won't last long in this room. Won't even last long. No, Dan, you were right. I'm just not in the mood for it. There's too much going on in Ribeye's life and my life. I come in here to chill and relax, not have wars with you. Right. Abs, up to you to lighten the mood.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, Vape's back. Fair enough. The way I look at it is I understand why they want to support this movement. I do. But the trouble is we've got more important things to worry about rather than that. Right now, the Greens, the Labour Party, the Reform Party, we need to focus on those guys because, yes, to play devil's advocate, maybe UTK will be a success. I don't know. But what I do know is that that is going to last at best 3 days, whereas our fight with the establishment is going to go across years. And that is the most important one, as that's where we're going to hit the mark, as it were, and show the government, show the oligarchy, show all the traitors out for what they really are. And
Agreed, Abs. Totally agree there. It's going to take years. It takes years. Perhaps I'll have to listen to Ribeye's show on Monday and see if he can increase my lifespan.
You'll have to educate me, UTK. I take it that's kind of along the lines of what we were talking about earlier. Sounds like they might just be, I don't know what your version of the FBI is, but.
Tell him, Abatha. Tell him who UTK are.
As long as I'm not going to get thrown in the dungeon, okay? Not by you or the mediocre moderator.
No way.
All right. So what it is, UTK basically stands for Unite the Kingdom. Now, what happened was there was one of these last year, I believe September, where it was effectively a mass gathering all around London. And that seems to be where a lot of these protests are more than anything.
Yeah, I remember this. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all right. So it is effectively there as a festival. It's there as a bit of a sing-song, and everyone comes together and sings Sweet Caroline and what have you. I don't really want to talk too much about it. I'm just hearing Sweet Caroline. I'm just like,
Master.
Yeah, but in all
Like
seriousness, in the end, the truth is, it may look like it's doing something, but you have to bear in mind that London's obviously one place in the whole country. Like, that would be like if you held a massive sing-song over in Texas. You're not going to secure the other 50 bloody states, are you? Like, you basically need to branch out. And that is something I've made a video about. And it's like, they won't admit it. They won't swallow their pride and admit, yes, I accept it's a logistical nightmare. But if you want success, you don't confine yourself. You spread out. You hit all the towns that you can. You arrange things locally. You basically need to spread the message. If you have 4 cars going 50 miles an hour trying to get to the 4 locations, and then you have 1 car that's doing 100 miles an hour trying to get to the same 4 locations, which one's going to get to the 4 locations and do their job first?
Right, exactly.
Vape Guy, you still with us?
Yes, I'm still there. I shut my webcam off. I've got my company shirt on. It might not be a good idea to have that on.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. So you're doing an OnlyFans. Is it paid to see or what? Hey, Vape Guy, tell us.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the swamp in America, or the deep state, the swamp, call it what you will.
Yes.
Elon Musk started to clean it out a bit. How's that going? Are they still trying to drain the swamp, or are they got away with it?
It's hard to tell. I think it seems at the moment that he's not as active in politics in the Trump administration as he was when Trump first came back. So I don't know if he's concentrating on his businesses or what at the moment. Elon Musk is the world's richest man. Why he even bothers with business now, I don't know. He doesn't need any money of any kind. He can purchase, well, anything that's for sale, he can purchase pretty much. So I don't know, unless, of course, he's still trying to master the electric car. And the Tesla appears to be a pretty good car, but they're not the cheapest automobiles on the road, that's for sure.
They're not leading the charge.
You're right. So,
sorry.
No, you're fine. I think China has already jumped ahead of everybody in electric cars, and they're much cheaper. But my understanding is the EU will not let them into Europe because it would wreak havoc on the European automotive industry as well as the American. From what I understand, the Chinese electric vehicles are already superior to what we have in the West. And that's not surprising. The Chinese have a homogenous country. They are basically one race, and they don't have all this bullshit to put up with that we do. So they have jumped ahead. No kidding.
Well, you say that, Vape Guy, but I was over on their military channel yesterday checking on the development of their newest, latest gunship. I don't know if you've seen it, and it's actually modeled on the American 1962 model that was used in Vietnam. And really? People are starting to ask questions, and they were evaluating the performance of it. And they said, well, this is just a 1962 American design. We know where they get the designs from. And there was a big fanfare. The other interesting thing from China, and people have picked up on it because I've been following the story, is the depopulation of China since they all drank the Kool-Aid. And if you go over and look at some of their cities, they're really concerned now that they're thinking that there's actually depopulation of China going on, and that the population has actually dropped below 1 billion.
I've got the solution. India's full of people. They can have every one of them. We've got plenty of them here they can have.
Well, if you want to watch some interesting videos, go have a look at some of the Chinese cities now. The empty shopping malls, people are able to get seats on trains. They're reducing airline flights with them. Yeah, some of them are getting quite alarmed. There was a young person speaking saying, I'm just not seeing anyone. Of course, it all goes back to that one child per family policy. So it's worth keeping an eye on. It's an interesting story.
It's very over here. We have a lot of abandoned property. We have abandoned shopping malls, just to say a few things. And I did notice that somewhat in your country, there's abandoned property. I don't know why we build all this stuff and then just abandon it.
Right, yeah.
Fair point.
Yes, all rented properties, and we've got homeless. Sorry, Abs.
It's all right. There was one point I need to bring up, which was about the local elections more than anything, because Jay and I's brought it up. It's very, very important. But whenever you go into the polling stations, you must make sure you bring a pen. For the last few elections that I've been to, I have made sure to do this. Never, ever, ever, ever use the pencils they provide, because they can easily just rub it out. And I suspect that is exactly what they'll try to do. It's that, or they're going to discount your vote just because you don't use a pencil. But they need to understand, we don't need to conform to them. They need to conform to us. They should be listening to the people, not trying to subvert them. And I must admit, there was also something else I need to talk about regarding Mr. Tomlin. I'm not sure if he still thinks me as someone who's railing against him or what have you, or he's still a bit upset with when I basically had to call out the tweet that was sent. But I will point this out. I do agree with a lot of the stuff that Tomlin has put out, but it's one of those kind of balancing situations. No, not a cake in each hand. Shut it. It's one of those balancing situations where, on the one hand, I will be more than willing to call out certain groups of people, but I have to do the same on our side as well, because it then shows you're not engaging in whataboutery, or you're not shying away from when the greatest example is the grooming gangs, when predominantly Pakistani Muslims go and do their thing with the girls. And then there's a story that's come out about, well, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. It was John something who violated a Muslim woman. I'll say it right here. I absolutely condemn what that filth has done. And if I had my way, it would be the snip for that guy, if he's lucky. Because we can't be encouraging this kind of thing. And I don't want to be encouraging it.
Nice bit of virtue signalling there. How about that? Nice bit of virtue signalling. I like it.
Well, you've got to have the balance at the end of the day.
Yeah, but did you mean it? No, listen, Simon Tomlin, I've been reading his book, last night. And I didn't find anything earth-shattering in it, unless I missed it. I only skim-read it to see if I could find the juicy bits. And, well, it seems that everything in it he's already told us in previous videos. Have you had a chance to look at it yet?
Well, no, I haven't bought it. That's the thing. No. I've been a little cautious with that. Besides, I've got very little as is to my name.
Right. Would I recommend? I've got to be careful now, don't I? I won't comment on whether you should buy it or not.
Fair enough. So, I mean, it'll be some people's cup of tea, and other people it won't be. But
Don't get me wrong, Abatha. It's really interesting because a lot of the names in it that we mentioned and banded around the internet, we all know Paul Thorpe, Richard Inman, Danny Tomo, but there are other names mentioned that I knew nothing about, and it was interesting to see their involvement. I understand the Daily Bollocks has got another video out. I wonder if
he's been copyright struck yet.
I'm wondering if our mediocre moderator is about, if he could get us a link to the Daily Bollocks.
I could probably find the channel if I put 1%.
Well, if you put in, I could find it as well easily, but he's got to do something, Abbott, that he can't just sit around chatting up the young ladies all day, can he?
Oh dear. I believe it's this one.
Yeah.
I believe it's that one.
Where is it? I don't.
It's not in chat.
I'm looking now. Yeah, stand by. Well done. No. Okay. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. We'll get it in a short while. I'll play some music at any rate. How are you doing in there, vape guy? How long does it take you to change your shirt? What?
I wasn't going to change it. I wasn't going to change it. I was going to go outside here in a little while. I've got some work to do out in the yard. I've got an acre of grass I have to mow. I have to cut.
Go do some, then come back and have a break and chill with us.
The mediocre moderator has done his job.
I can do that. It's been great talking to you guys again.
Thanks, vape guy. Look forward to your next report. Salute. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
We will rightly or wrongly assume he is doing the salute.
Yes, he's doing the salute. I think you're right there, Abatha. No,
but
Kev K40. Sorry, Ab, were you going to say something?
Your mediocre moderator's done his job. The video.
Yes. No.
It's not there.
One. No, he hasn't done it. I don't know where he's gone.
What the bloody hell?
It's quicker for me to go and do things myself. I've learned, Abatha. My idea about the way forward for the videos we produce in the daytime. The only thing he says is...
Gobs is in.
Yeah,
good evening, you lovely mother truckers.
Yeah. Hi, Gobster. I hope you're having a fabulous time. Don't forget to take lots and lots and lots of images. Yeah.
I am going to get an absolute bollocking from Gobster.
Hurry up and come back, Gobster, right? Because this ribeye is nothing but trouble over here. I forgot to lock the door and he came back after he went over the yard site. Anyhow.
I mean, at least Ribeye could handle his own against the women. I can't. We all know how it would end if they started surrounding me. There would be no ability for me to fight back.
I'm sure you could.
I'm sure I wouldn't. I mean, I couldn't. Or maybe I was right first time.
Bear with me. Keep talking. I'm
sorry, man. I can't.
It's difficult, I know.
Oh, God. Oh, I can't believe I said that.
Okay, stand by. Have some of this to get on with. Okay, get ready. Sorry to muck you about Abatha. I was hoping that Ribeye would be doing some work, but he's obviously decided he's rebelling. Wait, is he chatting back at me?
The chat is seeing the evidence which is contrary to what you're saying.
I've told him not to shout. I've told him. Well, he's sailing awful close to the wind. What evidence? We'll see. Go away. I was trying to play Kev K57's song. This is what he does. He disrupts me to make me look bad. It looks as if it's working. Right. We're going in here. We do that. No. we do that. This is Kev K57 song. Stop disrupting the channel, please, Rubai.
Saw you for the first time at the high school hop. New girl in town, my heart went pop. Look pretty good in your polka dot dress, your long ponytail, blonde hair, no less. Bobby socks made everyone stare, but I was lost in your golden hair at the high school hop. Our hearts aligned, dancing through the night. You were mine with the band playing our favorite tune. I knew I'd be loving you real soon. The stroll was played, I reached for your hand, strolling through the gym by the high school band. Eyes meeting eyes, sparks in the air. Never felt a moment quite so rare. The night was young and so were we, falling deep so effortlessly at the high school hop. Our hearts aligned, dancing through the night. You were mine with the band playing our favorite tune. I knew I'd be loving you real soon. Went to the drive-in under moonlit skies, stared across the table, lost in your eyes. Fell in love without a single word. In that perfect moment, the whole world blurred. At the high school hop, our hearts aligned, dancing through the night. You were mine with the band playing our favorite tune. I knew I'd be loving you real soon. High school hop heartbeat, beating loud and strong. A love that started with a simple song.
Okay, GST, come up to the mic, please. I watched your video. I'd like to ask you some questions about it.
Ah, yeah. Those are the days.
Well, let's see what we got here then.
Are you sure you didn't see the Daily Bollocks linked in?
I'll get that. I'll get it. I'll get it myself, Abs. It's easier.
Fair enough.
The old lion stood firm when the sirens would wail. Never give in without fail. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the fields. We shall never surrender, no matter what yields. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. He meant every word, no shadow of regret. This was their finest hour, he said through the night. And the people believed him, he gave us the light. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we need you to know. He carried our hope when the world was afraid. You promised us change, then let that hope fade. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. If you're going through hell, keep going, he'd say. While the cities were burning, he showed us the way. The price of greatness is responsibility. He lived every word for the nation to see. He walked through the rubble, shook hands in the street, gave courage to strangers with nothing to eat. A voice in the darkness that steadied our feet. A leader who earned every one of our cheers. But you're not the old lion, say flip-flop no. You're not the old lion, and the country says so. He lifted us up when the skies were all black. You took away warmth and you never gave back. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. You came with big promises, hope in your eyes. A new day for Britain, an end to the lies. Then winter fuel gone for the old and the cold, while gifts and free tickets and suits were your gold. The trust that we gave you has slipped through your hands. The dreams that we shared lie buried in sand. No enemy marching, no bombs in the sky, just choices you made while the people ask why. The old lion lost once the fighting was done, but he won in the war, the hardest one. You've lost in the peace that you swore you would bring, and the silence is louder than anything. No, you're not the old lion, say flip-flop no. You're not the old lion, and we want you to know we stood with the old lion through fire and through pain, but we won't stand with you, not ever again. We will not fight on the beaches for you. We will not fight in the fields for you. We will not fight in the streets for you. We will not fight anywhere for you. You wanker!
Muted again.
Bloody Mike. I was hoping
know the
GST.
feelings.
I was hoping GST would come up because I watched his video today, and he was talking about going into Nottingham, and he's got it at the bottom, but no time, date, or location, at least that I could see. And I thought when he does go, perhaps we could promote it. Then again, that might alert the Reds. So we'd have to see what GST wanted us to do. Okay, I've finally got that Daily Bollocks video. I went and got it for myself. Ribeye said a couple of minutes later he had it. Look, you people saying I should put Ribeye in the dungeon. Why would I want to put Ribeye in the dungeon? That would be an upgrade on his current living conditions. That's not, so why should I give him something like a nice dungeon? No, I'll leave him where he is. Here's GST now. Hi, Kinsman.
Evening, legends.
I watched your video. I really enjoyed it.
Thank
Really
you.
good.
Thank you. No, I was in the bath, sorry. I didn't want to scare your viewers away.
Oh God.
No, they got strong stomachs. They look at me and then they look at abs and they think, actually, GA doesn't look too bad, actually, after looking at abs. It's you I don't like standing next to, GST.
Yeah, look, well, I got my hair cut and I got my beard shaved ready for Sunday.
I know.
If I get eggs thrown at me or piss thrown at me, at least I'll look good for the cameras.
Yeah, that's the main. I had to dust up with your friend last night. A bit of an argy-bargy. Yeah, he's okay. He's still doing his show. I think you might have to knock some sense into him.
No, like I say, he's learning. He is learning, and that's what I've said to him. It's like he wants to see the good in everything, which is no bad trait, but sometimes he overlooks things. You see what I mean? His heart's in the right place. He wants the same outcomes that we get, but sometimes he's just got to look at things a bit more clearly.
The road to hell.
The road to hell
is often paved with good intentions.
Yeah. GST, he reminds me of me at probably about that age, and I was very much the same. That you could reason with everyone, you could agree to disagree without throwing fists, and bit by bit, I should imagine the end of the road for me is I'll turn into someone like Simon Tomlin and just hate everyone, except myself.
Oh, he's an interesting one, isn't
he? Yes, indeed. Right. Tell us about Nottingham. Really interested.
Yeah, well, so it was, to be honest with you, I stumbled across. It's a funny story how I stumbled across it, because one of my old school friends who went completely down the opposite political spectrum to me, he literally shared it and was like, anybody who goes to this is a racist, bigot, twat, and I'm going to unfriend you. And I was like, oh, I've never been called those things before, but thanks for the heads up. I'll get down there. So I'll be honest, the funny side of it was he unfriended me, and then he sent me like a really, really long voice note about how I was basically a wrong human being and he respected me because of what I did back in the forces and stuff like that. And, it was quite a big thing between me and my old school friends, because I was actually, funny story, I was on an ITV documentary when I first joined the army. So it was like a 3-part series called Guarding the Queen. And so a lot of my old school friends saw me from that. But after some back and forth, he was like, I quite like to join you, to be honest with you, because I can see what you're saying. So I was like, oh, well, you're more than welcome. But he's bottled out of it now. He said he's not sure yet. He's not sure yet. He's still processing everything.
Right.
But but the actual march, so it keeps getting changed, because the idea is, if anybody's ever been to Nottingham, where you've got the council house, there's some steps. And Nottingham have just installed the country's biggest St. George's flag, the English flag.
Really?
And yeah. If you look at it, it's massive. And everybody wanted to do a mass, what's what I'm looking for? Was it mass deportation protest? It was some of the lads that went up to Manchester from Nottingham said they wanted to do something closer to home. Because I've been speaking to one of the guys that's running it. And hopefully I'll get him to say a few words on camera. But, I was having some back and forth with him. And the original time was 1 p.m. And then the idea was they're all going to stand on the steps and protest on the steps right underneath the flag. So then Nottingham Stand Up to Racism then said, right, we'll get there for 12. So then the protest then turned around and said, right, okay, we'll get there for 11:30. So now, not Stand Up to Racism, now turned around and said to get him there at 11 o'clock. So now there's going to be a load of them. So basically, it's playing cat and mouse at the minute. But at the minute, the Patriots are going there at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
I mean, I should be there around, say, about 9:30, 9 o'clock, maybe. Get there early. But like I said, I've got a foldable table. I've got a megaphone that I need to get some batteries for. and I've got my sign as well. My sign. So yeah, it should be a good day. Should be. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that some people will actually come up and speak, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not too hopeful. You know, like I'm optimistic, should we say?
Oh, I don't know. I think some of the girls will go and speak to you for sure. Are you taking a first aid kit?
Well, I
Gonna
mean,
take-
the sad thing is, I'm going to be sat on a chair, and there's going to be a chair the other side, so I may be supplying the weapon that's actually going to be used to hit me around the head. So but it'll make good TV. It'll make good TV. So that's the main thing.
And don't you worry, if you take a kick in, I'll be the first to stream it. We want the scoop, right? We want the scoop.
Yeah, I won't be copywriting you as well, so you can stream as much as you want of it.
Anybody comes up and tries to wipe the blood off you, so hold on. Let me get a couple of camera shots of the green arrow.
Absolutely, you know, absolutely. I'm like, come on, let's get. I want to make some dramatic poses like that.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, seriously, take a first aid kit and some bandages. Yeah, and a walking stick. Walking sticks are great. They really are.
Yeah.
Hey,
especially the heavy ones.
Well, even the light ones come. Well, you know yourself. You'll have done the same training. You can make almost anything a weapon. I don't know if they
absolutely.
Still
yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
Something happened to me today in the supermarket. A guy was staring at me. He was a little bit shorter in stature to me, but he was very muscular and fit looking. And he was looking, and I had to walk past him to get out through the door. And he said, "You're the Green Arrow." I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "I follow your show." He said, "What did he say then?" He said, "That Paul Thorpe's a bit of a boy, isn't he?" I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "You know Paul?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I've been watching it all." I said, "Are you a..." He said, "Yeah, I'm a Restore Britain Party member." So I grabbed the camera, and I'm hopeless with the camera. And I said, "Well, say something then for the Green Arrow guys." And what did he say? "Vote, aim low, vote high," or something like that. I came out. I laughed.
Aim high, vote low.
But that surprised me because I didn't think anybody had ever heard of Restore Britain, and they're not very computer literate. I'm a rarity in my village.
Well, there we go. I must admit, though, this is the thing. There is genuinely some method when people turn around and say that, you know, and I know a lot of people bit back when people said most people haven't heard of Restore Britain. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, that is the one thing that I pretty much would turn around and say I agreed with Nigel Farage on, because, as you guys know, I'm a delivery driver. And every single store that I was delivering to, I went through a week where I was just consistently bringing up a conversation how high streets have gone to shit. And I was like, well, yeah, we're going to get Restore in. And they're like, who's Restore? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously there's a lot of people that still don't obviously use online. And the problem is if you're not very big online and look at social media and stuff like that, you're not really going to see Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain, because they're shutting him down from everything. Do you see what I mean? We are the enlightened ones, and we've got to bring it to the surface.
Oh yeah, we like the disciples. We've got to go out and spread. But what I was saying to Abatha, I don't know if he was in the room when I told him about this by-election in Cornwall. Reform won only by a margin, a thin margin, with the Greens coming very close. Now, Reform had 500 and something, and the Greens had something like 480. It was a close-run thing. But beneath that, there were the Labour Party, the Conservatives, and the Liberal Democrats. And combined, they outnumbered the Reform vote. And I thought this is most alarming, that people are voting for a party like the Greens in such numbers. We might not have that easy ride that we think we're going to get, because we are living in a bubble.
Absolutely not. Yeah, the thing is, absolutely, this is the reality of it. And I keep saying this, and like I've said it on here loads of times. There are so many youths at the minute between the ages of, say, I say like 18 to 30, you know, they are so disillusioned with politics. And I understand completely. I do. This is my main thing. And this is the message that I want to push out to people when I talk to people. If they're not going to talk to me at the table, I'll talk to them through the megaphone. at the end of the day, when you're something, you're somebody that's so disassociated with that, they'll see people that have been to private schools that have, like, that have been groomed to become politicians. Essentially, the Green Party vote is the complete anti fuck you to all of them, which I understand and I get. And this is the main reason. It's like the idea, as you know yourself, Green Arrow, you have to get into the mind of the people that you see as enemy. When we were out in Afghanistan, we had to get into the mind of the Taliban. We had to get into the mind of others, people that served in Northern Ireland. They had to get into, the mindset of the IRA. And this is the reality of it. These people, a lot of these people that are going to vote Green, they're not necessarily bad people. Like I said, they're just so disassociated. And it's about my argument, and this is where I always base my thing on. As much as when we talk about restore, we initially go to Rupert Lowe. I think long term, that's going to be more damaging, if anything, because people will look at Rupert Lowe as a farmer, somebody worth a lot of money, and they'll just think it's the same bullshit. And I always say this to people: Restore Britain isn't about just Rupert Lowe. It's about an entire idea. It's what common sense people are thinking, and the we people that have been voting in numbers for less migration, and we've been trying to get the death penalty back. We've been trying to get harsher sentences. We people that speak common sense. This is a man who is speaking for us. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
And that to me, yeah. Sorry.
Right. I agree with you totally. Rupert Lowe is the man at the moment. But if we say, look across the pond to America, Donald Trump said the other day that he was MAGA. And that's no longer true. Donald Trump may have been MAGA in the beginning, but Donald Trump has turned against his MAGA voting base. And now, so with the removal, if you like, of Donald Trump from MAGA, the movement still goes on. And sadly, should anything happen to Rupert Lowe, I believe that Restore Britain would go on under a new leader. So Rupert Lowe is the front at the moment, but he's not the only game in town with regards to the party going forward.
Absolutely. We and this is what we need to put into us. Like, we're all Restore. We're all Restorian.
Yeah. I can see Abatha looking there. I think Abatha's got a point to make. Abatha?
Yeah, be careful with your wording, Green Arrow, with the only show in town and what have you, because otherwise Paul Thorpe will be over here and he'll copyright strike you again.
Copyright me strike for the... wow, yeah, talking about Paul Thorpe, he can't be feeling... I skip read Simon Tomlin's book, GST. I didn't find anything earth-shattering in there, but I only skip read it. Listen, we're going to play this... can you stick around, GST, while I play this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Abatha, you okay to stick around? Good man. Stand by then, guys. We'll share that.
I'm an immovable object, remember?
Welcome back to the Daily Bollocks. I'm your resident PI, and today we are opening the definitive dossier, the ultimate UTK grift takedown. We are deconstructing the financial and operational mechanics of the modern extremist grift machine. The entire facade relies on one thing: portraying Stephen Yaxley Lennon, Tommy Robinson, as a selfless, persecuted martyr fighting an oppressive elite for the forgotten working class. It is a narrative that generates millions of shares, with politicians bizarrely comparing him to Nelson Mandela. But the reality is very different. Let's look at the Unite the Kingdom rallies. The public target was £180,000, crowdfunded by the grassroots. But the reality of this unregulated ecosystem is that verified accounting sits at absolute zero, because no official accounts are ever published, so any surplus simply vanishes without a trace into a financial black hole. After the rally, supporters are hit with a post-event email titled "A Call to Arms." It uses emotional priming about the unbreakable British spirit before sharply pivoting to financial extraction. The excuse? They claim a hefty outstanding bill because they had to hire a helicopter to film the crowd. It is poetic patriotism used as a psychological primer for an aggressive sales pitch.
But here's the smoking gun. We obtained a leaked live stream of a pre-rally logistics discussion with his associate Danny Tomo. Robinson explicitly brags, "I've just travelled to meet a gentleman, a businessman. He has just given us £100,000 to pay for screens." While begging the working class to clear hefty bills, he was secretly securing massive, undisclosed six-figure injections of elite cash. This is part of a long track record. Identity fraud in 2013 for using a fake passport, financial deception and an 18-month sentence for mortgage fraud in 2014. And then the 2024 Channel Tunnel stop shatters the working class myth completely. Detained under Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act, Robinson refused PIN access to his phone. The asset, he was driving alone in a silver Bentley Bentayga SUV with a starting price of £170,000. The cash, found carrying over 13 grand and €1,900 in undeclared cash stuffed in a small bag. He instantly weaponised this stop as state persecution for donations, completely concealing the luxury vehicle and cash from his donors. In October 2025, he pleads guilty to 10 charges of breaching a High Court injunction and gets 18 months inside. Simultaneously, Urban Scoop launches the Save Tommy checkout car, claiming an emergency because his bank account froze. The grift exposed. Robinson already had top-tier legal representation, and billionaire Elon Musk was actively stepping in to cover his legal bills. The emergency was manufactured for cash. Look at the diagnostic matrix. The broadcasted claim, bankrupt, frozen accounts, reliant entirely on grassroots digital begging. The operational reality, actively dodging court bailiffs for £103,000 in unpaid costs, claiming residency in Spain via a foreign identity number to shield assets, and launching international media tools while crying total destitution. This hassle started early. On October 8, 2013, Robinson departed the English Defence League, claiming concerns over extremism. The actual facilitator, a direct £8,000 cash payout from the Quilliam Foundation. While his grassroots followers were left to face the legal fallout of their street violence, the leader took a direct cash payout to decapitate the organisation. Today, he operates a highly lucrative ecosystem built on 4 pillars: a self-publishing empire, relentless crowdfunding sites, international media gigs for right-wing outlets, and billionaire benefactors injecting massive capital and platform support. With Elon Musk publicly backing him and reportedly covering his legal bills, the operation has expanded into a transatlantic grift. On his US media tour, Robinson explicitly instructs American audiences to cancel Netflix and divert those subscription funds directly to his independent channels, solidifying a highly lucrative recurring digital revenue model. The ultimate proof of the grift is who actually pays the price. 50 grassroots followers were jailed after violent protests in 2013, funneled into the criminal justice system and bearing the permanent, life-altering costs of criminal records, while the leader drives a £170,000 Bentley, secures Spanish residency and launches international media tools. When you synthesize the evidence, you expose the conflict entrepreneur machine, a relentless 6-step cycle: elite injections of secret cash, grassroots extraction via public crowdfunding, the black hole of zero transparency, the psychological squeeze of begging emails, asset evasion into luxury goods, and finally, manufactured martyrdom, weaponizing legal consequences to restart the begging cycle. Which brings us to the final ledger. Tommy Robinson is not a political dissident, nor is he a working class hero. He's a highly sophisticated conflict entrepreneur. The digital chaos is not a byproduct of his activism. The chaos is the product, and he's the primary shareholder. As Paul Morris says, show us the books, Tommy. Audit complete. This has been the Daily Bullocks. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.
Well, I did find it interesting how he's now taking money from the William Foundation, which, if I recall correctly, isn't that the Muslim think tank organization?
Yeah, it's Majid Nawaz, isn't it? Who's not
Oh,
actually a Muslim, he's a converted Christian.
That smarmy little fucker. Oh God, don't even get me started on him. Just don't. For all our sakes.
I mean, the problem with the Quilliam Foundation, it's a good idea until you realise that all these people that pretend to be moderate Muslims are actually converted Christians and they just can't say anything. That's the reality of it.
Because if they dare say that they are now part of a new religion, they face death or apostasy.
It's one of them. At the end of the day, you know, that this is the reality of it. That's the real enemy, unfortunately, in this country, and we will never be the kind of country that we should be while we've got it in it. You know, that's what I said. That's why I said, like, you know, this is why I released the video that I released today about you know, I want white liberal women to come forward and talk, because people like me, if the Islamic State take over, I'm just going to get this head's going to get chopped off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be easy for me. I'm going to get the easy way out. It's the liberal white women that have been cheering them along. They're going to be the ones that have all the graphic stuff happen to them, unfortunately. But there we go. That's for another day.
Yeah. Like, this is what happens when people are not educated about the delights of certain religions and what have you. They just get completely and utterly pasted when the time comes.
Mm.
And it's sad. Oh.
Let's say it's the problem is, it is a case of, I've always said this, it's that white liberal woman mentality that's got us all here in the first place. You know, it's nice to be caring, you know, but logic is the thing that should govern parties, should govern a country, not
You're right.
passion. That's the reality of it. That's why, you know, as much as some women in society can turn around and talk about, you know, women should be put in these high places, it never works out. That's the reality of it. Why is it that most of the women workers, the managers that they hate, are other women? You know, because men just do things logically, women do things on emotion. We balance off each other in society. The social contract that we had going worked for absolute years, and women loved it. But then you brought in feminism, and then all of a sudden, all the women are fucking miserable, and it's all the men's fault.
And they go around shouting, "I want to speak to your manager!" God. Oh, God.
Oh, then off you go. Oh, I'm just letting the cats get out of the door.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, some of the women today out campaigning for these late-term abortions right up to the moment of birth.
Yeah.
And some are advocating up to an hour after the birth of the child.
Yeah, and this is the reality. It's just a sick mindset. You know, it's just become a disease, and
Yeah.
you know, if I know it sounds really sexist to say it, because, you know, my body, my choice and stuff like that, but my logic has always been there should be more on education. You know, there should be more on just drilling it in from a young age that, you know, when you do have sex, you have a child, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. You know, when people know that they've got a plan B or an option B, they can just be like, oh, it's fine that the condoms, you know, it's fine that we haven't got no condoms, just do it and hope for the best, you know. And
Yeah.
that's just not how society should have been. You know, there's
they
like
not-
a genocide every year of abortions at the minute, isn't there?
It should be compulsory to show that in schools, for male and female, just what a late-term abortion looks like.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
do they just think, oh, it's take a pill and that's the end of it? Do they not realize that there's a body that has to be dragged,
A
literally
living
dragged
being.
out. Yeah, a living being is literally ripped to bits inside the womb and then dragged out piece by piece.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
It's-
I always like to quote what one of the greatest singers is. There's a guy in America called Tom McDonald. I don't know if people have heard of him.
I do. I listen to
He's
him.
done some fantastic stuff in it. There's one of his
Yeah.
lines that says there, it's like, if we find like a tiny bit of bacteria on Mars, they'll campaign and say we found life on Mars. But yeah, a heartbeat inside a woman's womb is essentially it's nothing.
Nothing,
see what I mean?
nothing at all.
Mm.
Yeah. I worked with a young woman, and she was pregnant by another guy in the office. Another guy. She was a pretty little thing. I got on quite well with her. She was nice, and she got herself pregnant with this guy, and he loved her. He really loved this girl, and she was pregnant, and for weeks she was going along, and the baby was getting bigger and bigger, and then she went and had an abortion, right up to the limit, and she was laughing and joking all the time. She was pregnant. She said, I just didn't want it. I thought it devastated the guy. Relationship broke up and he was heartbroken. She thought she felt nothing. And I've often wondered, did she ever regret killing that child?
I was with a girl that was like that. You know, it was a mistake. You know, it split. You know, and she was like, no, I'm not doing this, you know, and that just kind of broke things down for me, to be honest with you. I don't think at the time I was ready to be a father, if I'm being honest with what I was doing, you know, in the military. But I've always stuck to my principles, and I said, no, you know, like we've made the mistake. We you know, I'll have to just sign off, and we'll have to do it the right way. And it was no, I'm living my life. But she regretted it after that. After the relationship broke down, you know, she did regret that. And I think a lot. I think, in all honesty, you got to look at it this way. I think you've got to tap into that sick mindset of, if somebody does go through one, why they don't regret it afterwards. Do you see what I mean? To me, that's just a sick mindset. You know.
And yet,
Sorry.
there's so many people out there, because I know people in the care industry. Some are good, some are bad. And the numbers of people who would love to adopt a child. And I've actually been to a couple of homes where children in care are being cared. Children in care, newborn babies have been handed over to foster parents now. And believe it or not, they get really attached to these children. These children, after they finally adopted, stay in touch with their original foster parents for years, with postcards and letters and stuff like that.
I told you that, didn't I? Yeah, I told you, didn't I? I did work in the care industry before, you know, before I did truck driving, and I had to leave because there was too much cover up of the grooming gang stuff. You know, it was happening massively in Derby. There was a famous road for it, and it was happening massively. So I got out, but all my time.
Let me guess on it.
Let's see.
The girls are out again. We can already hear.
This is a little girl. I don't know if you can see it. This was sent to me.
A bit vaguely, yeah.
It's a little girl. She was taken into foster care as a baby, a newborn, literally a baby. It was at that age she was adopted, and I used to see her once a week. Sent me a postcard. Thank you for being. Can't talk.
It's sad. It's sad. This is the thing. Like it changed me a lot, and I stuck around for quite a few years, even though I hated the system. I hated what the council did, you know. But I've always said foster parents are the unsung heroes in society. You know, they take some of the most difficult children, because people don't realise this. That the vast majority of children that get taken into care, they get taken in at the age of 14 on average. And by that point, unfortunately, I know this is going to sound really harsh to say it, but for a lot of children, it is almost too late. You know, in some cases it's 14 years too late. And these children turn out to be absolute monsters. They are evil, you know. And I know, and I mean, when I say this,
Yeah,
I will defend my position and say it is entirely not their fault. The fault lies
absolutely.
solely with the social workers and the social system, because the social workers get told from day one, do what you can to keep this child with the family, you know.
Yeah,
And you get to the point where some of these parents are alcoholics, they're drug addicts, and all this kind of stuff. They literally, I can't really say some of the things that I've seen in
I know.
stories, to be honest with you, because obviously it's just I'd probably get with the care orders and stuff like that. But
But
it's definitely life changing, and when they get done at that age at babies, that
yeah,
is the saving grace. A lot of them turn out to be fantastic human beings, and it's really sad. But it is something that I feel massively passionate about. And if I genuinely ever got to a point where I was in a position of power, I'd make it my absolute priority to reform that system, because
yeah.
there are
Children.
Well,
so many young men and women in jail because they were failed as children.
yeah.
You know,
Well, this little girl here, right, says thank you for being part of her life. She's now with a family who worship her, and she's much older
yeah,
than her now. She's about 3, maybe 4. She's having a fabulous life, and I know the circumstances of how she came to be adopted, her mother and her father, and who aren't together. And the life she would have had and she stayed with them would be horrendous. Now she's living in a lovely home where she's loved with stepsisters, and she's having a great life that she could only dream about if she had, stayed with her original mother who didn't want her. Yeah. But it was
yeah,
nice
absolutely.
together.
Yeah.
I've sent her a
Honestly,
year
yeah.
later.
Every
He's
child,
Go
every
on.
every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Unfortunately, there are
Yeah,
some horrible
absolutely
people out
true.
there.
And I
Absolutely
say this
true.
to everybody. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't realize it. Being a parent is literally the most rewarding thing you can do on the planet.
Yeah.
It just changes your life completely. And my only regret, I guess, is I didn't have more. I wish I'd had an army.
I wish I'd had 5 girls.
You could have
Guys,
Yeah,
just listen
overthrown
to a
the
second.
government on your own.
yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
I let my mother down, didn't I? I promised my mother I'd overthrow the government before she died. I'm
For
doing it. I'm
me,
still trying, ma'am. Oh God.
I'm pretty much the polar opposite. The reason I haven't had kids is actually because I do not believe I can be a good father to them. Certainly not in my current circumstances right now. And I just think that if I end up having a child, the child's
Yeah, but
going to end up having a bad life, or at the
just,
very least, a tough start.
just by saying that, though, shows you've got your priorities right. And that's the reality of it. That's what you got to build on. I always thought to myself, with the decisions that I made, and I've made bad decisions in life. I've been a bad person, and I might make bad decisions again. And the fact that, and this is the way I reason with it, the fact that you think that you would be a bad dad actually shows that you'd be a good dad, because you're conscious of your flaws, and it completely changes your life. When you see them feet, and when you hear them first cries, it literally is. It's the most amazing thing for a mother, but it's also, people don't realize it, how special it should be for a father. And if it's not special for you as a father, you should question yourself why. It is honestly the most amazing feeling. And as a man, when you realize that you are living in your children's shadow, it makes you it defines everything that you do. Like, this is the reason why I'm in the position that I'm in now. This is the reason why somebody could turn around to me and say to me, I've looked into your future, and this cause that you're going on, it will cost you your life, but you will get your country back for your children and everybody else's children in the comments and everybody's grandchildren. I'd do it. My life means nothing now. You see what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I've surrendered to. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice to watch my children grow. Hopefully, I have grandchildren, but this is the path that we're on now, and I'm not stepping off it for nobody. They can lock me in solitary confinement. They can't break me. They'll never break this. They can break my body, but they'll never break this. That's the way you got to look
That's
at
fair
it. So,
play.
no, honestly, I would suggest to you, you know, if your opportunity ever comes up, I'd recommend being a parent to anybody. And we need more children in this country. So go on, get breeding.
Sorry. Yeah, that's just where I stand on it more than anything. It might change in the future, but I'd probably say if I wanted to be a father, I probably don't have long left to find someone to have a child with, to be honest. Maybe
Well, I
that's
mean,
just me being ignorant. I don't know, but
what would you mean by that? Like your age or something like that? Or?
yeah, because I'm not exactly young. I may look young, but I'm actually 35. So if you can believe that. So
As long as you've got swimmers, mate, it's the women, to be honest with you, that have to watch the clocks. We men can have children quite old, to be honest with you. Look at like the likes of Mick Jagger and stuff like that. He's still popping them out, isn't he?
oh god.
And he's in his 70s now, and I'm sure somebody will correct me on that one, but I'm sure it's Mick Jagger. I know there's some famous rock star. I think it was Sex Pistols or something. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong, but one of them's had a child just recently, and he's quite old. Like I say, it's the women that have got to watch the clock. Sorry, people are probably looking at me like they're probably looking at you, the misogynistic bastards, thinking they know women.
Well, I'm pretty sure you say it from a position of experience rather than ignorance more than anything. Because I don't have a problem with men speaking about women or women speaking about men if they've had those experiences, because that's what they've personally been through, or that's knowledge they're drawing in. I see that arrow. So having to do something, fair enough. All right. So I've actually lost my train of thought now. But yeah, I can understand speaking it from experience. Where I have the problem is the people who just say it blindly and impulsively when they've had no experience about it whatsoever, quite frankly.
No, I get that.
The way I don't know what the future holds for me. God, I'm probably going to hell the amount of blaspheming I've done about the man upstairs.
Well, we can only hope.
But you know what? I will. I'll be ready for it. I'll be ready for it.
It's turning into an interesting one, isn't it? But let it out, mate. Let it out.
I need a moment.
Don't worry about it, man. Listen, don't let anybody ever tell you that it's not being a man. You can't cry. Emotion's a good thing, my friend. Don't worry about it. Sorry, everybody. You have to see my ugly mug now. Yeah, obviously, if anybody's online on Sunday, check out my channel. Hopefully, I'll have some good content up for everybody. You don't need to subscribe or like or anything. I'm not here to make money. I'm genuinely here to take our country back for our children, your children, my children. There we go. There he is.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just
Don't worry about it, mate. Honestly,
I'm still struggling. Though to be fair, it's kind of being dampened a bit because I'm playing some of my video games like I usually do. It helps keep me sane more than I tell people, to be brutally honest.
No, I get that. I don't want to sound like I'm giving you advice and teaching you to cook eggs, mate. Yeah, I think the main thing I give to people, anybody playing computer games, is make sure you do it in moderation. If computer games become something that you depend on, you've gotta snap out of that, to be honest with you. And I say this, I don't mind saying this to people, because one of my main goals in life is to stop people from committing suicide, to be honest with you. And I was somebody that when I was at my lowest, I don't think there was a day in my life where I didn't think about killing myself, to be honest with you. And I just tried to bury it with things. I tried to bury it with walking. I tried to bury it with mobile games. I tried to bury it with normal computer games. I just couldn't shake it. But the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't be doing things to cope with the negatives. You should be, you should be facing. Thank you. Should be facing the negatives head on, and then those things that you use to cope with, you should just use them for enjoyment. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I've got too much of an addictive personality, so I don't play on computer games whatsoever, to be honest with you. But I don't knock people that do, because I remember, I think playing on Skyrim. I used to play on Skyrim so much when I first left the army, and it cost me a job, to be honest with you, because I was on it till like 4 o'clock in the morning when I was supposed to be up at 6. So, it's one of them.
Limey brings up a point about streaming video games can be very lucrative. To be fair, I should have been streaming on Thursday, and I definitely should have been streaming Friday, and I am going to make sure I stream on Sunday. I will drag myself to this fucking chair if I have to, but I'm also going out to the cinema on Sunday, so I've got that much going for me.
Make sure you tune in and watch me getting beaten up as well.
I don't want to be satisfied by you getting beaten up.
Well, you should do. It'll make good content. It will literally be like, look at this. You know what I mean?
The shiners. On Twitch, yes, Limey, on Twitch. Though, as I might have already said it on this channel, there is one very strict rule I have when it comes down to if I live stream on Twitch, and that is I do not allow politics on Twitch. Like, I like to keep my gaming and my political stuff separate, because I want Twitch to be a place where I can be like, I can play my games, have a laugh. If I'm playing XCOM, smash my keyboard a few times. Because trust me, nothing quite says fuck you like getting hit on a sub 10% shot after missing like a 98% to hit. Yeah. And I've had occasions where I've missed 3 90s in a row and then got my ass handed to me because of it. It is not pleasant when that happens. But hey, you know what? It's content, as you say. And all you can just hear is this. Yeah. So there you go. Now everyone knows that I really do have an anger problem.
I must admit, there is some classical videos of people losing their shit when they're online gaming. I think the original one, I'm sure you, being from that gamer background, you remember it. It's like a German kid playing Unreal Tournament.
German kid.
Nine. That's he's smashing the keyboard up. Let's get los. That guy, honestly, I think I've watched that.
Here's a little story for you. And thank God Green Arrow isn't around to see this.
I was going to say, is the story going to be you were the German kid?
I looked extremely similar to him at one point when I was at college. Like, I had the white shirt, I had the exact specs, I had the face of him as well. And I had a couple of mates and my sister, we were just absolutely laughing at the fact that I was basically looking like the angry English kid. Oh, it's too much, man. It's too much. I could seriously, if I was still in college and still in those specs now, I can literally envision myself in the angry German kid's position, just being like...
How that keyboard still works at the end of his bashing, I'll never know. That is the strongest keyboard known to man. When people tell you that things are built to basically break, then I completely agree, because if that keyboard can last that long, and it's the world's longest light bulb, isn't it? It's been going for like 200 years or something stupid like that. Things are just designed to break, which I hope my megaphone doesn't break.
Yeah, unfortunately, my headphones always have a tendency to break as well, though that's from accidental damage more than anything. I end up having them slip off my desk or something, and then I end up standing on them by mistake or what have you. And I try to be as I am such a cheapskate. Like, I will do everything I can to make sure I can get the absolute most use out of my headphones. I will literally stick a sock over the bloody headphones just to keep them both together. So you just literally sit me here with this, and you just see this white thing here. It's like, is he wearing headphones or is he wearing his socks?
Well, yeah. Sometimes you have to be. You have to get ingenuitive, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'll ride something till it dies. Put it that way. I'm just the biggest cheapskate going.
My computer's.
Yeah, brother.
I'm lucky my computer still functions. I think I've had this bloody thing since at least 2018, if not 2019. I've replaced pieces of it, but I haven't replaced like the motherboard or what have you for God knows how long. And I've already made my finances quite clear. I'm like literally sitting on like, I'd probably say at the moment like a few £100. So I am not loaded for money at all. And no, I'm not going to sit here with a begging bowl and ask for people for money, because that's not how I like to do things. I don't like the idea of asking people to give me money so that I can get something of questionable monetary value. Like, for me, that
yeah.
just
Yeah.
it really rubs me up the wrong way. Like, hell, when I had my old channel and I had people walking up to me in the streets when I was attending a lot more of these Tommy Robinson protests, like going and bashing the BBC, I had somebody come up to see me and say, like, here's 20 quid and what have you. I was like, oh no, you should keep the money for yourself, man. Look after yourself. Because I appreciated the generosity. It's just that it makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable when I'm literally sitting here and taking someone's money. Like, maybe
No,
it's just because I'm too kind-hearted. I don't know.
Well, no, like I say, yeah, it's I don't know. I've like I say, I mean, there's, I don't know what I would do if I lost my job, because I'll be honest with you, my company is a very left-wing company. I know if they found out what I do here, I think I probably would get sacked, because, like most companies, it's in your contract with your social media policy, so I've got to accept that. But I'd have to look what I would do for work. But like I say, I've always been one of them. Like, the advert stream stuff, that's fair enough, and I guess the desperate measures and stuff like that. But I wouldn't want to be one of those people that monetizes stuff that I say online. I don't know. I'm not knocking people that do, but it's just never been me.
I might have the adverts on, but I'm not, and I might have my PayPal in the description, but it's always optional, is the way I look at it.
Yeah,
And
no, that's fine.
I'm if I don't ask, I don't get, as far as YouTube is concerned. But I don't want to be sitting here and asking human beings, give me 20 quid, or I don't post this, that, and the other. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I am 100,000% against that.
Yeah, the members only thing, I think that's always one that's got me a bit. As soon as I see a sign saying members only, to me that's, I don't know, especially this day and age. I would never be asking somebody. I mean, I don't think my stuff is that good anyway, to be honest with you. But I'd never even if it was, I wouldn't be asking like $15.99 a month for it, whatever it is. It's,
understandable, and I don't know what I would give people, quite frankly, if I membership my bloody channel. Pay $9.99 and I take my shirt off. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I didn't know if I was going to say that, and you'd be there like, oh shit, I've got membership only on my channel.
No, I guarantee you the first thing that will happen is the police will give a knock on the door. It's like, what the hell are you doing indecently exposing yourself? You've just scarred these women for life, young man. I'm placing you under arrest. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention one question, something which you later to rely on in court. Anything you do say will be given in evidence.
Yeah, I tell you, you've been through that before.
No, I haven't been arrested, oddly enough. there are times that I feel like I should have been arrested, but
No,
yeah, I mean, I think the only real crime I've committed was actually when I was 7 years old and I was with my mum over at Asda, and I was in the confectionery aisle. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Shut up. And I went over to the club bars, those tiny little things, and I had a great big coat on. And what I did was I just kind of put my hand over it. I just kind of slid it into the sleeves, and then I just walked off. Nobody even bloody noticed. It's kind of funny.
I tell you what.
Oh, go on.
No, go on. No, finish what you're saying. Sorry.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of funny thinking about it. I know what I did was wrong, but it's I to be fair, pay 19.99 to put it back on. Oh, for fuck's sake, proverb. But what would I have gotten? I guess worst case scenario, maybe I would have gotten a telling off more than anything since I was a child. But
yeah.
It's still one of those things that I can laugh about it because it was something so small and insignificant.
Yeah. What I was going to say is my son, he's autistic, and we had this development stage where it was like he didn't understand that he just couldn't, his need for something, you could never reason with him. So honestly, it got to a point where his mum wouldn't take him shopping because he would just openly nick things. And like when, honestly, I used to take him, and every single time I'd get him to the door, and then I'd just end up having to get all these things out of his pockets. He was trying to stick stuff in his socks and everything. And it's just like, yeah. That I'll be honest, the security guard, it was the Sainsbury's where we lived. It was just he would just laugh all the time when I'd hand the stuff to him. And it was just like, because he just understood. You know what I mean? It was like, it's
the seriously not amused face.
He'd be there just crying his whole way home because he'd want a cream egg.
Well, you could buy it with your pocket money, son.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like they were expensive back in the day. It's not like how they fucking raised Freddo prices from 10 pence to 40p.
Like, criminal, isn't it?
Christ almighty, 400%. 400% inflation on that. And I've joked before, like, if I got into 10 Downing Street, the first thing I do is put the prices up to £1. Truly reprehensible evil, that. But in all seriousness, you look at it and you just think, how bloody far have we fallen? Or more rather, how far is it bloody inflated? Just ridiculous. But yeah, I've already mentioned a few times I have autism. I think I recall saying I was diagnosed around like the region like 5-7 years old, probably more like 6. But
you were lucky then. Like it's most of them now. They don't get diagnosed till later, do they?
No, and the sad thing is, I actually used to go around. I think one of my dad's friends' houses, and they had an autistic kid, and unfortunately, the poor sod was. He was stuck in his own world, unfortunately. Couldn't speak, couldn't do anything. And it's kind of tragic because whenever I went up to this house and I looked at him, and it kind of resonated with me because it was like, shit, I really have gotten lucky here. I really have dodged a huge bullet here. But then I feel awful for them.
No, it's what I mean. I'll be honest with you though. Like this is I have worked when I first joined the care industry. I did work in a send home, and I know it's one of them. One thing I'll say is like on the outside, you can genuinely look at somebody who has got Down syndrome or severely autistic and think about how lucky we are not to have it. But on the flip side, I think working with these people and getting to know people like that, actually, you start to realize just how amazing their life can be when they take something so simple, so fantastic. I used to work with a lad. he used to think that the garden hose was the best thing in his life. Like he would genuinely spend all day at school dreaming about going into the garden and just playing with the garden hose. And it just makes you really, really value the little things in life. And I think it makes you a better person, to be honest with you. And I've always said there should be some kind of national service where people work with children like that, or people working in retail or something like that, just so people can get to know the wider public, work in a cafe or something. So they'll see these people go into a cafe. I used to work with another child who every Friday we used to take him to this one cafe. He'd have a hot chocolate and he would just sit for 3 hours in front of this fish tank in this cafe. And he thought it was the best thing ever. He would literally be just the biggest smile on his face. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them. Like I would say, like these kids ain't gonna have the same troubles that we have when they're adults. You know what I mean? Because they're always going to be looked after. But I'll tell you one thing as well. I'll leave you this and then I'll go because I've been on a bit too long. But I will turn around and say that there is something that we have done and created in society. Me personally, I think it's the way we produce our food, where we spray pesticides on foods and stuff like that because we're mass producing them, like on the vegetables and stuff. Because you've got to think, like 50 years ago or 40 years ago, and even 30 years ago, the levels of people with autism was massively, massively down. And then now you're talking like it's 1 in 18. Do you see what I mean? Like send schools and the need for send in like mainstream schools is just going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Back when I was a kid, it was hardly ever even thought of. Do you know what I mean? And now I get there's going to be some advances in care, but for me, I believe in that saying, you are what you eat. And you'll go to the supermarket and you'll have your vegetables and you have your fruit. There's been that many chemicals sprayed on those things that you're just then taking into your body. And then when you start producing children, that's where I think the numbers have gone right up in all. I know it's a theory and people might just think like, shut up, you weirdo, but
It's not completely a theory because
Mm.
it's been proven that
Mm.
like the thing is, I look at conspiracy theories as facts that haven't been basically verified as facts yet, because you know how the bloody fact checkers work.
Yeah.
How they try to say things just to dispute it and make it like, oh no, it's not true, guys. Don't look at that over there. Look at this pretty flower instead. And they were saying the same thing about, oh no, we don't put chemicals in our food and drink. And then what comes out in the media? Chemicals have been used in food and drink. It's just like COVID. It's like that some people came out and said, oh, well, we think there are going to be passports implemented in this. And they told us, no, we're all wrong, and we're spreading misinformation, and that we should be arrested for it, and what have you. And then what does that prick in the Reformians do? Well, he mentions we're going to bring in the passports. Like, it's absolutely absurd when you think about it, that these people have the audacity to lie to our faces when it's very blatantly obvious they are doing what we are claimed to be conspiracying about.
No, I get it. Just a quick one. What time is it on, Ribeye, please, if you don't mind? I've just seen your message on the screen. Or can anybody tell me?
I think it was like Monday around.
Yeah, he said Monday.
5.
Fine.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
Yeah.
Well done. Been a good show, I understand. Yeah. Did I miss anything interesting? 7 o'clock Monday. Ribeye is going to give you the sex drive of an 18-year-old.
Ah, well, there we go. I better get my libido ready. And I put an ice pack on my testicles.
And he's got.
Don't tell anyone. I think I have a couple of condoms left.
Tell him an extra small.
Oh, for God.
That was the thing of myself, not you. I was thinking myself.
Oh, you wound me.
That was me. I was trying to insult myself.
God. So the way I see it is this: Ribeye is going to make me live to be 100, and I'm going to have the energy of a 21-year-old. GST you were going to have the sex drive of an 18-year-old, and Jess and Abatha, he's told me you'll be able to get into a size 8 dress.
You're not getting me in a dress. No fucking chance, mate.
They're okay
Listen,
when you get used to them.
I'll wear a dress. Don't you worry. I'll get into a dress. Honestly, that was always my thing. Like everybody has. I remember every single night out we used to go out. Honestly, I'll tell you a story before I go. Every single night we used to go out when we was based in London. We always used to go to this place, old school disco, and everybody used to get dressed up in all these school uniforms. And I used to have this outfit, St. Trinian School for Naughty Girls, and it was my outfit that I always used to wear. And I used to, my second outfit I used to have was an air stewardess outfit that I used to wear a few times. And it had cockpit written on the backside.
Out of curiosity, have you got a nice pair of legs?
Not really, no.
Yeah, okay. So your excuse for acting like a transvestite was it was all for fancy dress and fun.
Absolutely. You know,
All
but this
right.
is the thing. Back in there, you could do. This is the thing. If they
You
saw us,
could.
if they saw me out now doing that, they'd genuinely think I was a transgender. There'd probably people coming up to me in the streets like, "Oh, you know, you be you. You know, you matter." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm just here for a laugh." But you know what? I'll always say this. I used to pull more women dressed as a woman than I ever did dressed as a man.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So that's what I've been doing wrong then.
Listen,
Yeah.
I need to get a pair of, well, I need to get a breast.
Not put off, yeah.
I need to get a breast. I need to get a bra. I need to get a skirt. I need to start going out there and flaunting it. No.
I'm hoping
right now.
I'm hoping there's still
Yes,
ladies
Steve,
in the
did you
chat.
have a beard? Did you have a beard when you?
Oh, you weren't allowed to have a beard, mate. You weren't allowed to. I had to be
Oh, in
completely
the
shaved.
army, yeah.
Yeah, and I used to shave my legs as well for the occasion. I used to do the V and stuff like that. I used to proper go all out. I did. But I tell you, if there's any ladies still in the chat, I don't know if we've scared them all off. So I'm so sorry, Green Eye, if it's that's true. Ladies, get in the chat. You know, would you rather go for a guy that just has a nice laugh? Just would give you a nice laugh, or would you rather have the serious guy? Go on, let the boys know.
I can tell
Well,
you.
I'm going to have a look now in the comments.
I tell you what women want. They walk
There you
past
go.
a
Look,
good
there's
guy.
one.
They want a bad guy. They always go for the bad guy. They go for
The
the bad guy
Alexandra
when they're
Burke
young.
song.
They go for the bad guy for a while. There you go. Look, there we go. That's 2-0. A laugh as well. There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking there.
Well, at least I'm
Yeah,
covered on that one. Well, at least I think I'm covered for that one anyway. I think I can make people
All
laugh
the ones
just
I know,
about.
they want a bad guy when they're young, and they want a good guy when they're old, when they hit the wall. Yeah.
And they especially
I've got one there saying intelligent. One there saying intelligence. Is that a dig to say I'm not intelligent?
That would be Mel. That would be Mel. Well, intelligence. Between the three of us, we might be able to muster an IQ of about a sub-Saharan, I should imagine.
Yeah, we might have one brain cell to rub together between the three of us.
Well, yeah.
I think I've got at least 2 in here.
You think 2?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You want to get a microscope and find out?
Is somebody bringing the chat down here, the delinquent? A man who can use a weapon better all day long.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Listen, I thought this was a PG show you were bringing me to. What is this? What is this filth?
Make the most of it. You don't know what's going to happen in Nottingham.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And someone saying I can buy a slave.
I'll be saying, oh, my God, I feel so bad about telling him to get good shots if he's getting a kick in. And I remember telling me...
I can duck and dive just as good as anybody else, you know.
Yeah. Right. I think Blueprints here. I've just put a link up. I'm not sure. I think Ribeye has come to life. And here, no, it's not. Ribeye says that there's someone asking to come in. I'm not sure. There you go. Ribeye Rob, the Blueprint link in chat. There it is. Oh. Mel looks for intelligence. You're out of luck here, Mel. I'm sorry. You can have a laugh at how pathetic us men really are, but that's about it, I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
Apart from that, I've been neutered. Have you been neutered yet, GST?
No, not yet.
No, yeah. How about
Maybe
that?
one day.
I'm
Okay,
still
well,
intact for now.
I wondered where I was. I said, why are you taking me to the vet? She said, you need fixing, Paul. I said, I do? What, at the vet's? I said, don't you normally go to a doctor's? And she said, not for what you're having done. A vet will do it. And that was it, all over. Oh, dear.
What's next? Roll over.
Well, Rabbi, please explain yourself.
Now?
No.
Explain or I will.
Oh, dear. Right, what are you doing? Rabbi, did you not see that comment? Thanks. I banned him. Okay.
Look
Now,
at Green Arrow here taking out the trash.
I defended your honor, Mel. I've thrown him in the dungeon. You'll never see him again. I'll go down there
There you
later.
go.
I'll make sure he never comes out. Yeah. Yeah. That's
We
what,
don't have that. We
if-
do not have that.
He called her stupid, and she's anything but stupid.
Not exactly the smartest thing to say to a lady, is it?
Oh,
We
here
could
we
all-
go, guys. Stand by. Ta-da! Welcome back.
Hello.
Oh, so you got your friend to come and back you up. Are we ready for round two?
I've been contacting him, right? Listen, let me just say this first, right? I've been texting him for like the past hour because we've been working on a video for the past few months. Well, I've got a bit of echo in the background. Let me just turn that off. And yeah, and I'm like, is he dead? Is he alive? What's going on? And we've been working on a video together for the past couple of months, and I've been editing it with his motivational words. And I've been contacting him. Like, it's done,
He
it's done, come and
literally,
check it
he
out.
doesn't give himself credit, to be fair. Well, let me put in there that. So I would say this. He doesn't give himself credit. Basically, I just talked and then I sent him the thing and he's been working on a video. So I didn't really do much.
It is my fault, actually, NatWest. I'll call you NatWest. It's easier. It is my fault. I had to go and sort out some stuff, some technical stuff like beating the wife. And I left it to GST and Abatha to look after the show. And so he couldn't really leave because he had to keep the show going. And how are you today? Have you been on the
I'm doing
road
good.
have you been on the road to Damascus and had a conversion? An epiphany?
I've already converted to
I'm on
Christianity. Well, to the followings of Jesus. I wouldn't say I'm a Christian. I would say I'm a follower of Jesus. But I've already mentioned that before.
I know. When I meant that, if you'd had an epiphany and realised that your comments about going to the UTK march.
Do you want to talk about that? We can talk about that if you want to talk about that. I'm okay to talk about it. I don't want to piss off the group, though. Do you know what I mean?
So,
my opinions.
Yeah. No, I respect you've got opinions. They're misguided opinions. But let's talk about something else. It's
That's cool with me, buddy. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool with me. Keep it polite.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. I try to be respectful.
Oh, I don't. I don't.
It's your chat, though, isn't it? It's your chat. It's your house. You can do what you want in your house, isn't it? We're the guests, so.
No, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. GST is welcome, but he doesn't talk silly like you. No, there I go again. You've got every right to bitch slap me. Abatha.
Never.
Abatha, step in.
You've got to learn to control yourself, Green Arrow. You'll never make it if you keep this up.
Hey, if I'm like this with control over a small YouTube channel, imagine what I'd be like if I was dictator.
If you
What's
had
the-
like 300,000, like Pablo thoughts.
I was just going to
Wow.
say like 10. If you just had
Your
10
dungeon
men,
would be
you could
full.
take- You could
It'd
take
be
the-
amazing.
It'd be amazing. It would.
Would that be your chief executioner?
You would be, well,
You would
the
you
first
would
job,
have to be in
rid me
full.
of my turbulent moderator. Will no one rid me of my mediocre
Ribba,
moderator?
I think
It's-
he's a good fella. He does all right.
When you say rid me of this
See?
moderator, every single time you say that, I cannot help but think to, and this is probably going to shock you, the show known as Sharp with, what is his name? The fucking Prince of Orange.
Oh,
Will
yeah.
someone not shoot me this scum down? Or whatever it is he says.
Hey, you went up another point in my estimation, Abatha. Sharp, I love the Sharp series.
Oh, it's good, wasn't it?
That's
I love that.
soldiering.
In fact, one of the only things where Sean Bean didn't die in as well.
Yes,
Mm.
he had some amazing plot armor in that one. They must have
Mm.
really went all out. I think I know where Gordon put our bullion to now.
What was it? I liked old General Simmerson, a man who loses the king's colours, has no
Loses.
friends in court.
The man who loses the king's colors loses the king's friendship.
Yeah, correct. And what else, Abatha? The bit about on seeing the enemy, I did my duty and whatever.
Yeah.
After the bridge incident, I said on seeing the enemy, I did my duty and advanced, as is my style, sir.
Major Lennox started with his life. You should have known if you had any sense of honor. You have shamed us. You've disgraced us.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Simerson is, he helped make that show, he did.
Yeah, say
watch
what you will about
Yes,
the evilness of the Simpsons character, but the guy, you've got to give credit to the people who can play the villainous characters and play them in such a way that you can just absolutely hate the character's guts.
I
Yeah.
didn't hate him. I liked him.
Well, no. I mean, you might dislike the villain, but you like the guy playing the character.
Oh, superb acting. I quite liked Derek Jacobi years ago in I, Claudius. One of the only decent shows I think they ever made. Was it the BBC? It might have been ITV.
I wouldn't know about that one.
Derek Jacobi was brilliant, and John Hurt was absolutely superb as Caligula. He was a real monster. We've got someone else trying to come in. I can see his face. Anybody know the Plastic African? No?
The what?
The Plastic African. I don't know where he is. I'll bring him up. Hi.
Hello there.
Good day.
Oh, that beard just destroys mine. I want to leave now. Like, fuck this.
Fantastic.
I chopped it today. Can you believe it? I don't like it. I had to cut it. It's longer than this.
He's even got a thing going down it. Oh,
Yeah, man. I know. I had to chop it today too.
Oh,
I know. It's getting too caveman. It was like this. Like, oh. So
It's very
I'm
good. It's very
speak right
good.
now, bros. Normally I'm like, holy shit, get away from me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
getting
tell you what.
Norseman vibes.
Yeah, that's with the accent and everything. You're literally like the epiphany of what I mean. Obviously, Hollywood Vikings, we say, not real Viking, Hollywood Viking. Absolutely, you're giving Hollywood Viking vibes.
I think
Well-
you meant
well played, good
I think you meant epitome because you just said epiphany.
No, the clues are all there. He's a South African or a Rhodesian or a Boa. Is he a Boa?
If you're thinking,
Do you know Van der Ray?
I'm not a no, I'm a soapilla. You know what a soapilla is?
No, please.
It means salty balls. One foot hangs in Africa, the other in England or Europe, and my balls hang in the Mediterranean. So they call soap balls. Soapilla. So that's what I am. I'm those. I'm one of those old school refineries that went over to Africa and like, holy shit, how did you get back here? You get what I mean. We're hard cunts.
I think I get that.
I
I think I get that.
know. I know.
I don't know why I know that. It's like a I don't know,
Soapilla, yeah.
ancestor kind of thing. I don't know.
What part of Africa? Plastic?
The Transvaal, now known as the Gauteng province. Gaborone, and I guess Namibia, Windhoek. Those
Right.
regions. Yeah.
And is that where you're living now? Or have
No,
you-
I came back home to the good old land of England. Yay. You got myself a passport, didn't I? I'm the
you
right
were
color.
lucky. Yeah.
No, I was born here, guys. Don't be like
All right.
that. Yeah, I was West Country unit as well. So I did my service for Her Majesty.
Well done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, duty bound, huh? For all of us. Yeah, no, it's true. True
Do you
story.
miss Africa plastic?
I've gone back a few times, but it's different to the Africa I grew up in. Like time
Oh,
I
yeah.
changed.
hear that a lot. I do hear that a lot.
Yeah, of course. You can never take back what you've lost. And that's the regard why it's tragic that we as Britons and also the Empire should have always kept our Commonwealth, our history on that and what it meant for us. And for what we gave the world through any enterprise. There's a beauty in the horror of everything.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad to see what's happened to Johannesburg and Cape Town now, though, isn't it? Those beautiful cities have gone.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing in some
London.
places in England.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
You go down to exactly, and I see some great buildings. I don't even know why the Brits don't come together and do more of those cooperatives, and we just own them, make them shelters or do something better. They won't like that. They'd be far right. You know what I mean? They'd be like, you can't do that. No, you're not allowed to do that. You got to get some diversity. You know what I mean?
100%.
Well,
Yeah,
it's true story.
a lot of the places, like I genuinely could turn around and say, I could list them off: Bolton, Blackburn, Manchester, large parts of Liverpool, Birmingham, Wolverhampton,
Bedford.
yeah.
Loads, that have been disconnected. Leicester, they can be
London,
disconnected.
yeah.
From us. Yeah, no, disconnected.
Derby,
from
where
us.
I am, Nottingham to some extent.
Southall, Slough.
Yeah.
How far do you go?
So is this like a depressive live stream or
I don't want to be. But
We were all happy before you came on. mate.
By the way, you know that, like.
I'm usually the one trying to keep everyone happy,
Let's
but
bring it back.
there's
We're all
been
together.
very few
We're here now.
opportunities.
I don't know.
We're talking about it.
Nat West seems to be a pretty happy guy. Yeah. What a
You've
strange
got to be, haven't you?
combination.
You got to use the muscles on your face to just fake it.
GST is
And,
very
you know.
serious. Nat West is got a sense of humour.
If you know him, if you know JST, he's very serious actually, but he can laugh when he needs to, and he's
Well,
a
it's
good
kind of you
person
to
be
look
encouraging.
after him, isn't it? Kind of you. So plastic. How did you fall into our trap? Our channel. Sorry. How did you fall into
The
our
good
channel?
Lord brought me into your realm. The good Lord brought me into your realm, so I'm here now.
All right.
Man
yeah.
upstairs.
I'm part of your furniture. You got to get used to it. You got me for good now, boys. I can be like Donald Trump too.
Do Donald Trump, yeah. Can you do the dance though? How does the dance go?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to do it right now. I'm pretty lazy.
Oh, come on, I'll join. No, come on. No, that's not right. It's something like that. Hey, you got it? Yeah, we got it.
There we go. I got it.
Are we all doing it? If we're all doing it, I'll do it.
That's it. Yeah,
we're all doing it. It's just
Come
this
on,
guy. This guy ain't
GST.
doing it. He's too cool.
GST.
He's too cool. He's cool.
He can't do it. He don't win no votes for it. There he's going. Yeah. All right. So long as you don't stop, putting your arm up like that and waving to people. You're okay.
I'm more
Yeah.
fan of this
You
one.
mean waving like
From Lethal
a certain
Company.
way? I won't do it.
Okay.
good.
Plastic. So God sent you to this chat room. Yeah? God
No,
sent you
that's just the take the piss moment. I just jumped in.
No, God did send you though.
I don't think God
Brother,
literally
God
said
did
like,
send you.
"Oi,
Trust me.
hey,
God
hey,
sent
mate,
you.
you gotta
God
go
sent
into
you.
this done." Yeah, zoom in. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I can't attribute that, sir.
Yeah,
But
perhaps
I
God
said
did
that.
send you. You don't know if God sent you or not, do you? he might have put a little idea in your head and said, "Look, plastic African,
Well,
get
look,
into that
bro.
chat."
Hey, easy now, huh? I'm not going into those sort of foundational questions about the mind of God. I'm just like talking to you guys because you seem like pretty good, like straightforward, English fellas. You want to make sure the kingdom is safe, collected, accountable, you know. That's what
Well,
we are.
we'd
They
actually
call
ask
it WASPs,
serious.
don't they, in America, don't they? The
Yeah.
white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, well, there we go. I mean,
Blue
well,
eyes.
yeah, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I've got some Jew in me. I'm sorry to say, because I'm chosen. Because I'm, Nephilim. If I get my accent, and I was like, chop down people. I can't do that anymore. God forbid it, huh? Could you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine being in the military? Jesus Christ, I was a handful. Get going.
Jesus,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
well,
help us now. We're too far gone.
I got through that process, man. Litchfield and Catterick were difficult before where I went to go.
What was you in? Sorry.
The British Army. Yeah.
Yeah, but what regiment?
Gloucester, West Country.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Glory.
How did you find Catterick?
Well, through phase 2.
No, I'm saying, but like, how did you find it? Like being
Oh
based
yeah.
there?
All right. Yeah, not bad.
Was
when
Jester still there when you were in Catterick? Was Jester still there?
Jesters, what?
The nightclub.
I think it was, but I was really strict, so I never went anyway. As in,
Yeah.
I was proper strict. I really wasn't one of, you know what I mean? I was from the plaque, so I didn't go, mixing around.
No,
You
that's
understand?
fair.
I went to like Darlington and places like up in Newcastle at the time because I knew friends there. So I partied
Yeah,
a little bit.
that's fair.
It was different too, yeah. At the time.
That's what we always used to do. But when I was in Catterick, I was 17.
Yeah.
So I always had to
Wow.
borrow the ID off some of my friends that turned 18 and sneak in.
Oh, cheeky.
But I remember Jesters because you used to pay like 20 quid entry fee, and you get like these little tokens where you just trade them for drinks.
I know where it was. I was always
Yeah.
told where it was. Yeah, I know exactly. It was right next to the shopping mall at my time.
Yeah, it was opposite the Tesco. Right.
That's right. The opposite to Tesco's. Yeah. It's a shopping mall. You got it. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I don't do that. I was very strict. Don't
Yeah, the Scottish used to love. Honestly, the Scots Guards. I used to share a room with Welsh Guards, and the Scots Guards literally all the time. Like, hey, you're coming to Jesters, eh? Like, yeah, go on then, mate.
No. My I guess my operator, if you want to say it, but he was a Scot, and he was nasty, bro. He was like my father / devil spirit. So that when we did some of our training, we were in Scotland, right, in the winter. This guy was nuts. He used to he was nuts. He would like, no, you're going to go through this river. You're going to go up that mountain. He didn't care. I know where we're going to go. We all saw the maps. Yeah, it's great. But this guy was it?
Where was it? Was it Gaylord Head you went?
Yeah, that's the one. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's quite good at it to watch the submarines coming in and out as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
beautiful area. Scotland. I always have good fond memories of Scotland like that.
Plastic African, I've been asked to ask you, Oriana, Aranya, is it in South Africa? Aranya, the White Enclave?
Oh,
that
sounds like Outer Haven, is it not?
Yeah, Cape Town. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know anything about it at all? How they are doing? I know
a little bit about it. I'm sure my African friend will know more. Hopefully.
Oh,
it's gone.
He's skinning up a joint.
No. I'm just thinking about how I need to like word this. I would say that my sister lives there because she's elite. Yeah, she won't leave Africa. You ever seen like what was it? What's that film? Apocalypse Now, right?
Yes.
You've seen that when the guy is sitting there with the French and he says, "Oh, when are you going to leave? Where's our country? He refuses to leave at the family banquet.
Yeah.
You know that period.
Yeah.
And that's what I think I have family there that won't do it. As in, they'll die there. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, so it's just a sort of bastion. It'll always come down to the same thing. It'll always ebb away.
Mm.
Yeah, we're having that here now. That's why Britain. And
I think
the
it's
West
growing though. The
united.
documentaries I've seen on it, it seems like it's doing really, really well. And I think as
Uh,
long as
to a
it's the
bit-
place
to-
that I'm thinking it is, I might be wrong.
No,
Is it
but
like
to
the
a-
white place that's like just they've self-built it kind of thing? Is that what
yeah,
you're talking about?
of course, yeah, but to a position where they take it over. Always be, yeah. Go on.
I think they'll be fine as long as they've got the armory. I have hope for them. I think God will.
Well, they would
Yeah.
always
I hope
anthrax
so.
the land, won't they? That's the other guarantee. Remember, like a lot of the nuclear facilities there are still on hold, and who
Yeah.
built them and who looks after them, right? As in, you can always like look at what Africa is, what they've taken forward from their administration, from the ANC to the apartheid to that, and this is many years away.
Oh, somebody's
I just
going to
think like
catch
they've
it in
got their
2
own
months.
battery thing,
Yeah.
solar power battery thing.
Seen that.
Oh,
Plan.
yeah, 2 months.
Good luck to you. Good luck
Yeah,
to you.
drink well. Don't drink too much, and run well. Eh? Oh, I want to know what you get your mile and a half at. I hope they still
right.
do that. Yeah, I hope they still do that. You know that?
Yeah.
They always do. That's the
Did you ever
standard. Mile and a half.
Yeah, but they changed everything though, didn't they? They changed a lot.
I hope not. I mean, yeah, we're different lads, aren't we?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
from what I understand, I don't know if it was a legit thing or people were just trolling me, but some of my old friends that I spoke to, they said that they were having a card system in there where you could give yellow cards and red
This
cards.
was
to
years
EDS.
ago. Yeah, this was years ago. Yeah, I heard the same thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real. Yeah, years ago. I don't know where it's gone to, again the process of it, because we were just beaten up or you get kicked out, right? That was it.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're not handling it, you get the fuck out.
Yeah. I will always say this to people. I had such a broken childhood. I mean, obviously Nat will know because we grew up together.
I mean,
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that join the army, they do have that. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, damn
and
right.
I'll always
That's
remember.
Yeah, amen.
The most important lesson I ever learned in life was my first locker inspection, and my trainer, my section commander, was a Welsh guard. And he turned around and said, "You haven't ironed that." And I turned around and said, "Yes, I did." And he punched me in the stomach. And I was like, "You've just fucking punched me."
I knew that was coming.
He was like, "You just fucking punched me." And it was like, no, I didn't. I said, "Yeah, you did." And he asked every single other lad in the room, he said, "Did any of you see me punch this lad?" And everybody said no. And I was like, wow. And he made me take my entire bed space, and I had to sleep outside the block. I had to sleep outside the block for 3 days.
Yeah, he knew you were a hard cunt. So he had to make an opinion of you to where you were. It's they choose you to be like that. So one of my officers, and this is when I joined my unit, needed to find somebody to volunteer for a job. And none of us, but because I was the youngest one in there, as in the group, you haven't polished your shoes? Yes, I have. Same thing, in the gut.
Yeah.
Straight away, in the gut. And I looked up at him, and because I had so much respect for the man, because he's my Sarge. I was like, what the? I was about to punch him, I came to it, and I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? And everyone looked, and I went, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm doing the job, ain't I? I had to suck it up. That was that was it.
But it's that idea of
but
they have to break you to make you, don't they? Break you to make you.
I was in my unit. Yeah, but I was in my unit then, and again, I was never a rifleman. Yeah, I was always support at my time.
All the South Africans always end up carrying the biggest kit, though, don't they? To be fair.
Well, because we're trustworthy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate. Yeah, honestly.
We get together, we make sure, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that is the way it is. And it's again when I joined the military, it did save my life because I had nothing. I came here with nothing to England,
Yeah.
nothing, and I was born in England, but because of what happened, there, here I am, and I've grown from that.
Mm.
So I give
This
it.
is this is the thing though, when people talk about us as people that vote Restore Britain, in this country, they just think we're completely like anti-immigration, anti-everything. But I say people like you who are coming over to do this kind of job and give something to our society. I don't know. I don't speak for everybody in here, but I'm sure people will flood the chat now. And you've got 3 other gentlemen here to say, I am more than happy to share this country with you, my brother. You serve just like me, man, and you're my brother as far as I'm concerned.
I was born here in England.
But even if you weren't, this is what I'm saying.
I know, I'm a Commonwealth, right?
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of Commonwealth soldiers I served with.
Yeah.
I got out during Iraq. I was like, I'm done, guys. I'm done. My unit was dissolved, into the rifles. That's it. So what am I supposed to do? And I still have friends that are serving. Jeez, these guys are nuts. And also, lots of them are like worried about them calling up again. Like, holy crap, what the hell?
Yeah.
You can imagine some of the boys.
I know there's a lot of talk about it, calling people up and stuff like that, but personally, I don't think it will happen. There's too much division. Too much division.
The Vanguard exists because society has to know what Britain is. So the avenue of where we are from the king head down, if you will, the dicey rule of law, that this shit is too close and fucked up, and we need to settle it straight, right? We can't have like Europe telling us what to do, right? Or America, Britons, and our country, the executor is being a bastard. We have a problem, and society needs to fix this very soon because this is not good. We cannot ignore this situation. We are greater than this, and we got to equalize to go, hang on, fuck off. It's not about what we took from society. And that's the horror of us, isn't it? Like, how has this happened? How the hell has Britain become this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just
suicidal empathy to the extreme.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I am a little bit tired at the moment, so I am going to be heading out now, have a quick shower, and head to bed. So I will wish you all a good evening, and thank you for having me. And just to let you know, Green Arrow, I probably won't be on Saturday or Sunday as I am planning a few things of my own. And I'm probably going to be live streaming on Twitch on Sunday. So just letting you know.
All right. Well, good luck. I'm looking forward to your next video. And if you go live, let me know so I can come over and listen. I like to listen into other live streams. I like your content, Dabs. Keep on producing good work. Salute, brother.
Will do. Yeah, I'll be over on Twitch on Sunday. Bye-bye.
He's got his hat on.
I said I was going to make a move 5 minutes ago, about half an hour ago now, so I'm definitely going to have to make a move.
Don't leave me with that. Don't leave me with that.
Where's your berry, buddy? You got to still have yours.
Mine's in the attic, my friend.
Oh, what? Nah,
yeah. My partner likes. She loves the house looking all nice and neat and tidy. So all my military stuff is in the attic, unfortunately.
Oh, get it out. Find a room. It's your room.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. It's your fucking heritage, sir.
Seriously.
I mean that. This is my fucking piece. That's why I have it. This.
Looking forward to your report, GST.
Yeah, all this shit I've collected around the world, I've fucking fought for, I've died for, people have given to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure you died for it.
Well, I have. I think I've brought back because, some things have I feel like that guy's like, what? He shot at me and nobody, what? That's what's happened to me. I shit you not. I've had bullets shoot at me and What? I'm not dead?
Mm.
I don't
No.
get it.
Well, you seem to have survived, and you've been excellent company. GST, I'll let you go. Thank you, sir.
No
Good
worries.
luck in
All right.
Nottingham.
Yeah, if
Sunday.
I don't speak to you before, tune in for Sunday, and hopefully we'll have some good. Yeah, it just depends if my cameraman down here, if he's got to make sure he
Do you want me to
presses
send you the link
record
to
at
the
the right
video
time.
so you can watch it tonight?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, all right.
We
I'll
should
sort that
we should have a video coming out soon as well, about men being men in society again. I think it's
Really
very
good.
important. Yeah, it's very
Really
important.
good. I need you to watch
Men-
it tonight, though. So it's like if you see
Wait.
anything that needs editing, you can
Sorry,
let me know.
let me
I
get
can do
this
it.
right, GST. You can have G West there trying to give men lectures about being a man.
Yeah.
No, he's the one doing the words. He's the one doing the words.
Oh, right,
Hey,
okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. If you want to have a go at me, yeah, right? All I'll say is this. When I was a little kid, I was going up mountains, climbing up ice cold fucking waterfalls, walking miles and miles till the bridge my feet broke.
I will
was
say
never
this
in the
defense,
army.
GA.
I respect people in the army.
Yeah, I will say in his defense, GA. Obviously,
I'm only
his home was like a second home to me growing up, and his mum was a wonderful. Well, still is a wonderful woman, and she's a bit more awake now, but she was very, very, very left. So for him to come out the way he has, I will say he's rebelled.
Yeah.
He's rebelled against the grain. Put it that way.
He's got bigger balls than I give him credit for. Well done, sir. Well done.
If he'd let his mum influence him a bit more, he'd probably be sat here as Natalina or something like that.
Natasha.
Yeah, Natalia.
Well, fair play.
All of the above.
He's got a sense of humour and he's prepared to take a bit of stick. And I can see he's prepared to dish it out as well, I think.
Yeah, he wants to.
I think the thing is, if I dish it out, I always go too far.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
You can't go too far with me.
I've been diagnosed as autistic, so I think that's part of it. I just go too high.
When someone says autistic to me, I just go,
I'm a bit the same because it's like
dish it out. I love it when
with the same brush these days.
I love a good head-to-head and a good Barney. You know, in fact, I probably respect you more.
Have a conversation with you, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, we'll start off gentle. We'll just gently prod each other until one goes whoop, and then it's all over.
Yeah, just put a little bit of lube on it.
I'll be gentle with them, GST.
No
I'll
way.
be gentle. Ta-ra, mate.
Longest way up, shortest way down, gents. Have a good one.
Okay, take care.
Oh.
I'll send you the video. I'm sending it now over Facebook. Okay, it's gone.
Okay. All right. I don't know what happened to our plastic friend, but I think we'll pass on him. Now, is he back? There he is. We're winding up the stream soon, Plastic.
I know you guys are. Yeah, I can clearly tell. Yeah. Thank you for meeting me and having me over.
Great to meet you. Great to meet you.
Please call in. Call in again in the future.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, that's why I came in here. Yeah. I'm taking the piss. I'm not. Hey.
No, take the piss as much as you like. In fact, I prefer people to take the piss.
Yeah, but it's not without merit.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a nugget of gold in the words you use. I know that.
Oh yeah. This guy knows, huh?
I know the score. Okay.
Right. Be safe, boys.
You take care, Plastic, and I mean, stay safe.
Cheers.
Now then, two left, mano a mano. Let's have some music, is there? Here we
Sounds
go.
good.
We were sent to old Afghanistan to fight a pointless war. The Russians had lost thousands many years before. We were young, just 19 years. We didn't understand Our government's illegal war upon this ancient land. Why did we have to fight a war so many miles away to line the government's pockets? Our lives they threw away. We came back to a country we did not recognize. They burned our flag, we stifled our cries. Why did we have to fight a war so many miles away to line the government's pockets? Our lives they threw away.
We'll pump it up in a minute, boys.
It was a bloody pointless war, the government's lying blacks. Many young soldiers back in endless body bags. Why did we have to fight a war so many miles away to line the government's pockets? Our lives they threw away. Last the war was ended, the young lives that were lost. And what did we achieve, and at what a bloody cost? Why did we have to fight a war so many miles away to line the government's pockets? Our lives they threw away.
Okay.
We landed back at Heathrow with the regimental band.
Let's go over here.
Thank you for having me again. It's been a pleasure.
What, you going?
Oh, I thought you said it was time to go or something, didn't you?
Oh, you didn't believe that, did you?
Well, I can carry on sticking around. I'm just doing stuff on my computer, so.
No, stick there. You're kind of decorative now. It's like having a goldfish in a little square bowl.
Well, okay.
We've been sleeping too long. Now the warning is clear. Our streets don't feel British, and the end's drawing near. They divided the right while the numbers kept rising. Time to stop the talking. It's time for deciding. Join Restore.
Very nice.
Or be no more.
Paul with his bling bling.
Join Restore. Or be no more.
No worth dying
Stand
for.
up together. Fight for our shore.
I don't know how to answer that, sir. Respectfully.
Oh, that's what we believe in, isn't it?
Send them back where they came.
Sorry?
You must speak English. We don't care for the game. No more
I think I need to turn my
excuses.
headphones
Speak English or get out. Learn our traditions. Don't force us to learn yours.
I'm all for that.
Respect
Everyone speaking
our
English.
culture or head straight for the doors. This is Britain. We don't bow to foreign laws. Join Restore or be no more.
I think you'll like the title of my new video with JST's with the voiceover for it. It's really good. I don't want to say too much.
Join Restore, be no more. No more grooming gangs. No more two-tier rules. No more foreign flags. protect our kids and our land. If you won't stand with us, then you don't understand. From the 4 nations, one people, one flag in the sky. No more division. It's do or it's die. No more talking, no more fear. The hour is late and the moment is here. Joy restore or be no more. Joy restore or be no more. Millions must go, send them back to the shore. You must speak English or you're out the door. Joy restore or be no more. Joy restore or be no more.
I wonder what's next. I hope it's an Ulster one. Oh yeah, Freedom Dad, like this. We're into some Ulster music now.
They locked us down where the freedom once shone in our own green land. Now the rights are all gone. They said we're safe, but the borders are wide, while our streets fill up with the waves of the tide. We're not criminals, we're the sons of this soil, yet they call us bigots when we dare to recall. From London to Belfast, the same old refrain. They sell out our future for globalist gain. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the Antrim Hills, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me show them my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. They cut off the winter fuel, left the older ones to freeze, while hotels shine bright for the boats on the breeze. Two-tier justice, two-tier rules. They protect the invaders, but chain up the few. Our kids can't afford them in the towns where they grew, but the checks keep flowing to the ones passing through. No more surrender, no more shame. We're rising again in our Father's name. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the island breaks, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me shoulder my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. They call us far right, they smear and they lie, but the truth's in the streets, you can see it in our eyes. We've seen the betrayal, we felt the cold hand of leaders who sold out our once proud land. So raise up the banner, shout out the call, for Britain undivided, we'll never fall. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the snow-dome peaks, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me show them my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the Yorkshire moors, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, shoulder the load for the land of our fathers. Down the long road, no surrender, no chains, no more lies. We're the free men of Britain, under all skies.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt, but I wanted to say something. If that's all right.
Yes, do. I'll stop this. 1 second.
I was just looking through the chat here, and we've got a fella. Oh, I've lost it now. We've got a fella. I think he's looking to get into the army soon.
Oh, he's,
And he's. I think I read something. He said he's 100 kilograms, or he's trying to get to 115, and he's benching 100 tonight or something. I've lost the
yeah,
bit now.
I think he just said good night, actually, Northwest.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
mostly
was going to say we need to give him some encouragement. That's really, really good. That's amazing.
I don't think he's going to last long in there, actually.
Really?
Not because of his fitness, but because of his political beliefs, which I fully endorse.
Oh,
But he's too vocal in expressing them, and that won't go down too well in the army. If you've been following the comments, you might have seen some of the things he said, which incidentally, you know.
No, I haven't. I've just seen the benching thing and the fitness thing. So
yeah, it was impressive. And what was it? He done 1 mile in 10 minutes, or 1.5 miles in 10 minutes. A long time.
Oh, was that him that said that as well? All right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. So there we go. Listen, do you want to stay in that little box? If you want to go, you're free. I'm sorry for keeping you in your little box.
No, I'm all right. I'm just chilling. I'm just doing some stuff online anyway, so it's cool. If that's cool with you, if that's cool with you.
You, so long as you don't expect us to feed you or anything, okay? Our moderator keeps on
what I wanted to ask you was, so you were in the Navy, is that correct?
Yes, 12 years.
So what's like the is it like a captain is like the head of the ship? This is asking as a complete, I have no idea, even though I should because my grandparents are in the Navy. But
for example, the captain of one of the ships I loved most, HMS Kettleston, that was a Royal Navy ton class mine hunter doing fishery protection, a crew of 29. The captain was actually the rank of lieutenant commander. He was the lieutenant commander, equivalent to the major in an army. But of course, there is the actual rank captain. You'll normally find a captain commanding the bigger ships like an aircraft carrier or assault carrier, something like that, the big ships. Not that we've got many of those left, but yeah.
No, I heard about that the other day, about how our Navy is like almost next to nothing. I mean, that's a slight exaggeration, but it's so like, it really made me so angry. Like, no wonder we've got the boats rocking up if there's no Navy, or you know what I mean?
Well, it's a good job that we haven't got a big Navy, because most of our Navy is down there at the moment, helping them to come across in the border force. Yeah, the border force are ferrying them over along with the RNLI. I used to have I've done a lot of dinghy sailing, catamaran sailing, stuff like that. And being a sailor as well, I used to give regular to the RNLI. I'll never give them another penny now. I'd rather take my chance in the sea on my own than give a penny to the RNLI. But it was a good life. Lots of fun.
Wow. Yeah. But yeah, the reason I asked is because I was thinking like, maybe we should put that in front of Green Arrow, like Captain Green Arrow. Or did you say Commander was the other one?
The ranks go in the officer corps. It's you've got a midshipman, sub-lieutenant, lieutenant commander, which is up there with the major, and then you've got commander, and then you're starting to look at lieutenant colonel, the equivalent of lieutenant colonel in the army, and a captain. He'd be well, I'm not quite sure. He wouldn't be a brigadier general. That would be a commodore. Yeah, no, I don't need. I've been Green Arrow since 2006. I think I'll stick with it.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you didn't think this was my first rodeo, did you?
No, I mean, I just didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know anything. I don't know what I was going to say there, but yeah.
I
so
get
how long
like
have
that
you been doing like
this,
the live streams?
We started our channel October the 13th of last year, and we shot up the rankings to where we are now by hard work. So normally it takes some channels a year, 2 years to get to where we are. Just sheer hard work.
That's it. You just got to keep chucking shit at the wall till something sticks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then just keep doing that. So,
But before that, I used to write articles, and I've written thousands of articles. Some of them are
awesome.
stored some of them are in the British Library. I asked if they could keep my
Wow.
writings in the British Library.
Wow.
So
what were they about? Were they political then? Or
always political. I've always been a British nationalist since 1976.
wow.
It was my time out in Northern Ireland, Ulster, that pointed me in the direction of British nationalism. And every year that goes by, I get more and more cynical and more ready to shoot from the hip. It's good, though, we're winning this time. Right. Any more questions?
No, if I think of some, I'll write some down though.
Hang on. Come on. You've learned a bit about me. Now tell us a bit about yourself.
What would you like to know?
Oh, I don't know what you do for a living. What do you enjoy? You seem to know a bit about fitness.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing that since I was like a little kid. My dad got me into it, and I used to, like I said, I used to climb lots of mountains when I was a little kid. Was in Scouts and stuff. Did all that. 5th Mansfield Sea Scouts. I was training to go to be a Royal Marine Commando. I went to college for 2 years doing sports and public services and just trying to get super fit doing that. But unfortunately, I got like loads of injuries from a young age and training, and fell into the wrong sort of crowd, as they say. But the right sort of crowd for me, I think, and got into drugs and alcohol, and that kind of messed me up a bit. And then I had to get over that and sort my injuries out, and I got into mental health stuff, mindfulness for health. That helped me a lot with my pain and depression and all sorts of stuff, just to manage it. You know what I mean? I have like a toolkit for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I became a mindfulness teacher and meditation guide. And I have a few guided meditations on my YouTube channel, and a few sort of motivational videos as well. One that JST voiced. That's like when you go onto my page, it's like the main one. It's like the landing page video, I think it's called. Where he talks about 8 minutes and helping people, having a buddy system and talking to people, because he's really a big just talks nonstop about helping people who are going through mental health struggles, and as well as I do, you know what I mean, because I know I've been through it, and that's like, so it's really important to both of us, because that's one of the things, our own guys are taking their own life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
complex.
we need to sort ourselves out, isn't it, really, first?
Well, we've got you down for the 29th, 7 o'clock, mindfulness for health. Look, you said you had a channel. You should have said you had a channel before. If you drop a link in or something, perhaps we can push it tomorrow morning or something.
It's just the name UK History X, and feel free to go on there. I've just been messing about with it, like discovering YouTube, if that makes sense, and making different types of videos, just making what I want to make. So I've got some gaming videos up there. I've got some music remixes up there. And then I've got like loads of hours of me just meditating, like just sat there doing nothing. But I was like doing a challenge at the time. I was raising money for a charity. So
you'd be surprised at what people watch. I put the paint drying channel on once because I like to watch it. I thought it's only me like watching paint dry, but no, a lot of people, they tuned straight out once I put the link for the paint drying channel, and they went straight over there. Left me on my own.
That's it. So there you go.
So
these random channels can get so many views. So why not? If you're into it, someone else is going to be into it.
Absolutely. So you're on the 29th, but on the 27th, we've got Ribai, our mediocre moderator.
Yeah, he's doing a health thing.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, on the 27th, Monday, 7 o'clock, and he's going to make you. Well, have you got any medical problems you need fixing? Because he's going to fix out. Yeah, I just waiting for it. Have you got any medical problems you need Ribai to fix? He'll fix them. He's going to come.
Well, I've got a lot of medical problems, but I'm sure I just manage them. Like I've been through everything, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But it would be really interesting to see what he has to say.
I'm waiting to see if he turns up in a white robe and with a beard, and cures us all. Yeah. But if he keeps on the way he's going, he might have to do his own resurrection because he's pushing me
He
too
does a
far
good job.
these
He
days.
does a good job. You both do an excellent job, I think, in my opinion. But I don't know shit.
I
do
know
think you both
that.
do a good job.
You're absolutely correct. That's
Have you
the
picked
first
up on
thing
that?
said-
Have you picked up on
yeah,
that?
I did. When you said you were going to the UTK march, I thought this guy is full of shit.
Let's not talk about that. I don't want to fall out with you. If I know that's gonna be a sensitive issue.
I don't
We'll
fall
just-
out with my enemies. I enjoy
It's good.
them.
I remember you said you don't the bite your nose off to spite your face thing. Saying, I thought that was good.
Oh, well, he's just assured me, NatWest, he's messaged me. He said he's going to destroy the medical system and the fitness industry and the drug companies. This is the
Wow.
guy who injured himself lifting a 2-pound weight in the gym, and he hasn't been able to use his arm since. Well,
Hey,
probably,
it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. So
personally, I think he was trying to lift a tin of beans in the kitchen. But if he wants to say it was weights, I'll let him. Can we play this song now?
yeah, please do. Please do. Love the songs.
We've walked through storms, we faced the night, but still we stand for what is right. Our fathers built this land so free, and the spirit lives in you and me. They fought in war, through mud and flame, for freedom's voice, for Britain's name. In fields of red, their courage shone, so we could speak, so truth lives on. No surrender, we're here to stay. We'll stand our ground, come what may. From city streets to rolling fields, we'll guard the truth. This nation yields, our voices rise, the people call for unity and pride for all. We won't be swayed, we won't be tamed. Our British heart cannot be shamed. No surrender, we're here to stay. We'll stand our ground, come what may. Through every trial, come night or day, we'll keep the faith, we'll find our way. For those who build, for those who fought, their courage lives in every thought. From some to skies of World War II, they gave their lives for me and you. No surrender, we're here to stay. Together strong in every way. For love of home, for truth we pray. We're Britain's heart, and here to stay.
Okay.
So I had a question, another question, not
Certainly.
like directly about you, but
No, sure.
so I've got a friend who
Are you sure
they
about
do
that?
seem quite. Okay, an acquaintance. Fine, I've got an acquaintance, or just someone I happen to know the name of. There's a stranger. All right, there's a stranger, and and he seems to think that sort of doing anything political isn't going to make any difference because the people at the top won't do anything. And I have the belief that no, it's up to us. We are the people. It's up to us. We have the power. But it's like realizing that then makes a lot of people do stuff, and then that makes change. So how would you deal with? I shouldn't say deal with, but how do you talk to people like that?
No, I
Remember,
can
strangers.
Well, I know what I would be doing, but the people wouldn't follow people like me to do it.
Please
not a
continue.
great-
Please continue.
Absolutely not. I'm not a great lover of democracy. Democracy and demographics are destroying this country. Wouldn't you agree?
What's your definition of those two things before I answer?
Democracy
Because
is
I
the
like to
worst
keep
form.
it simple. So I just say like
Okay.
a lack of
Okay.
information. So the left is. You know what I mean? Please explain to me like I'm an
No.
idiot, which I am. And that might
No.
help some of the crowd
come
that
on,
might
Dad.
be.
You know what democracy is, or what passes for democracy in this country. We haven't got real democracy in this country. We need a direct democracy to have any chance of it working fairly for the British people. And you know that demographics are changing. We've lost our cities, yes. So that's by what I mean demographics. The more of them there are, democracy is used against us. There's already now about 50 Muslim MPs. That's democracy and demographics.
Don't get me started on that. Seriously.
In
Nottingham, we have a sheriff of Nottingham that's like a historical thing in Nottingham. Do you know what I mean? It's just part of the story of Robin Hood. And
Yes.
we had, I can't remember when it was, but we had the first Asian woman as a sheriff of Nottingham. And I'm like, how is that not cultural? This cultural appropriation crap. How is that not that?
No, well, of course it is.
Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, though, after like 50 odd years in it, I don't like to go to political meetings anymore because I hear I've been listening to the same speeches for 50 years. And I hear people coming up thinking they've just discovered, like you were discovering now, and one day you'll tell someone and I'll be sat there just nodding off in the corner thinking, yeah, he's discovered it. Oh, well, about time. You know, you become totally cynical and then you wind up like Simon Tomlin and hate everyone. You really do. No. So democracy, do you think democracy and demographics works in this country?
It's not working now.
No. And yet you probably
Because
wouldn't follow
this
people
is our
like me
native-
to do something about it.
Sorry?
You probably wouldn't follow people like me to do something about it, would you?
I think it depends. I think if we've both got a similar idea of how we think we could fix the situation, like I often fall out with people because I will say, if someone just gave me a gun in post on the shores and said, just do that as a job, and me with my mental health and physical health stuff, I can't, work and stuff, like I'm in pain constantly and all, I could go into it. But anyway, but if someone said, just go and do that and we'll give you like 12 grand a year, I'd say, sign me up, pal. And that's part of like, seriously.
Oh, right.
I mean, I'm thinking about just going to do it, but no, I shouldn't say that.
Already in my eyes, you've got blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, you're 6'6" with blonde
well, I did
hair
when
and
I was
blue eyes.
I did when I was little.
Yeah.
So.
Mel, I don't know if Mel's still around. She said she would go live in the woods to get away from people. You know what I always wanted to do in that West was after I come out the Navy, I wanted to be a lighthouse keeper up in the Shetlands of the Orkneys, away from everyone. I love remote places and the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
And like you, I'd love orienteering and stuff like that. How wonderful. If ever I make it as a superstar YouTuber, I'm going to buy a castle in the Shetlands of the Orkneys. Yeah. Oh, and a big drawbridge.
That's the dream.
And a moat.
That's the dream. Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I'm not going to pay my TV license.
I stopped doing that years ago. They keep sending me letters that they're going to come round. I'm like, do it. Stop making me open the letter to read it. They're always trying to give me a job.
They said he was going to come on Tuesday the 17th. I stayed on all day waiting for him just so I could rip his throat out, but he didn't come. So I thought, oh, perhaps he meant Wednesday. No, he didn't. No, Mel, I understand what you're saying. I don't know why Mel wants to go live in the woods.
Yeah, it's well, like I think you said the other day that you like rain and storms. I don't know if you were joking, but I definitely do. I'm definitely, because I've just spent so much time, like I've said to you before, in Wales or the Peak District or the Lake District, usually walking in the rain. So your body, your mind just gets, it's not a thing for me. But then living in the city, so many people in the city, as soon as it rains, they like get depressed. They're like, oh God, it's raining. And I'm just like, I don't understand it all. I do understand, but
I lived on the coast for a few years. and I'd go out and the winds would be blowing and the waves would be breaking up over the walls. I loved it. I think, and at sea on fishery protection out there in the storm 10, the ship would be, you think, it's going to be the last day I see on this earth. And I loved every minute of it. And I love a good gale. Lightning, yeah, let's have some more. Thunder, not enough of it.
I bet
And
that's
then the
incredible
sun.
though, to be in the middle of nowhere on a boat doing that. Like that's like you just said there, you would feel like, is this my last, But then every time you survive, the adrenaline from doing that, it's like, wow.
That was the thing about Northern Ireland. Now, having an active imagination, if you haven't got no imagination, you could probably walk down the street as a soldier in Northern Ireland during the Troubles and you wouldn't feel anything. But if you've got a really active imagination, you'd be looking here, looking left, looking right for what sniper positions, and the mind then is the enemy. Your mind is your enemy. Oh, good. But at least you do feel alive in a place like that. You do feel alive. Yeah.
I would imagine.
Oh, you're an interesting chap, NatWest. Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Yeah. Just stay away. Much. Just stay away from our moderator. He'll radicalize you. And on some stuff.
Well, like I said, I've got the mindset just of I'll stick to my guns if I really believe in something, but at the same time, if I'm given new information that I just happen to not know, you know what I mean? And I think that's the best way to really do it, because we both know that we know more now than when we were 14.
Absolutely correct.
And add another 10 years and add another 10 years. So it's like, do you know what I mean? You just keep hopefully learning and refining and getting better. And, so.
But then again, am I, or people like me who think they've got the full picture, and I've got a pretty good idea of the full picture of the way the world works and who's at the top and who controls it and everything. Am I any better for knowing that? Or would it be better if I was completely ignorant of it, like my friends when I go down the club and they sat there talking about their football and stuff like that? I sit across from the other side of the room. I can be social, very social, and I'm quite popular there. But who's happier? Them sitting there talking about football and girls and stuff like that? Or me knowing what is happening in the world?
I think I'm going to have to say the whole ignorance is bliss thing, because just looking at my own reflection of not knowing what's going on around the country, loads of people focus on what's going on in another country. Do you know what I mean? And it's that whole thing of like, I don't know, white guilt or something like that. You know what I mean? British guilt or whatever you want to call it. And it's still living in bliss. It's like, oh yeah, everything's so fine. We can go and help other people. But then when you start to be aware of, no, the ship is sinking, what we're doing, do you know what I mean? Waking up and stuff. It's a tremendous burden. Every day you're waking up and it's like you've got 100 kilograms on you. Or at least just for me, that's what it feels like mentally. Because it's just so much. There's just so much, And like I've said to you before, big respect to you and big respect to JST and big respect to everyone in the chat. And community, I think, is the most important thing. And minding our own mental health, being aware of self-care and stuff like that. Because we can't pour from an empty cup. We should always put our own oxygen mask on first so we can help others.
Agreed.
So,
yeah. It's fascinating talk. Fascinating. Well, I'm going to play this song now. It's an Ulster song. I love Ulster. I think it's because of Ulster I got involved in politics. My time out there. They're brilliant people, the bravest of all, I think, in the United Kingdom. Wow. So I'll play this song out. So if you want to say goodnight now, NatWest, and I do hope you come back.
Yep.
And,
definitely.
I've got your website address. I'll have a look at it. Your channel address, have a look at it in the morning, because there's another channel I want to push as well. It'd be wonderful.
Cool. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's just UK History X, I think. And it's been great seeing you. Great to see the chat again. And thank you very much, mate. You take care, buddy.
I'm just glad I didn't frighten you away.
No, not at all. No, I was honestly wondering that I'd once again put my foot in it. Do you know what I mean? So that's good to know that, you know. So you're a really good fella, mate. You're a really good fella. That's all I
Hey,
can say.
did you watch that film Casablanca
I think I might have seen it many
with
years
Humphrey
ago.
Bogart? Play it again, Sam. Okay. Do me a favor after this. Go on to YouTube. Google on YouTube, search for ending of Casablanca.
Okay.
And then you'll understand. Watch the
I will
ending
do
of
my homework.
Casablanca. And then you'll come back and you'll understand. Okay? Good night,
Okay.
Nat West.
Take care, buddy. Thank you.
Well, what do you make of him, guys? He won me over a little bit, I suppose. Who can tell? Let's play this song, is that? Oh.
From the walls of Londonderry, where the apprentice boys stood fast, to the Boyne water banks, where King William won at last. We held the line at Aughrim, we fought it at Enniskillen shore. The red hand of Ulster rises, hey, hey, forevermore. Ulster till I die, Ulster till I die. No foreign king, no pope, no IRLI. We'll hold the line, we'll stand up tall, for God and for Ulster, we'll never fall. Ulster till I die, hey, Ulster till I die. The Union Jack flies and the crown's on high. At the Somme we charged, the 36 led the way. Faithful to Messines, we fought for the king that day. The Ulster Volunteers, the pride of our blood and name, their sacrifice still echoes. Hey, hey, we'll do the same. Ulster till I die, hey, Ulster till I die. No foreign king, no pope, no IRLI. We'll hold the line, we'll stand up tall, for God and for Ulster, we'll never fall. Ulster till I die, hey, Ulster till I die. The Union Jack flies and the crown's on high. The plantation built our homes, the settlers brought the light. A Protestant Ulster, British day and night. No Dublin rule, no border pole will break our stand. We're loyal to the Union, loyal to this land. When the call comes again, when the banners rise once more, we'll march for king and country as we did before. For the children yet unborn, for the blood already shed, we'll keep faith with Ulster and the crown overhead. Ulster till I die, hey, Ulster till I die. No foreign king, no pope, no IRLI. We'll hold the line, we'll stand up tall, for God and for Ulster, we'll never fall. Ulster till I die, hey, Ulster till I die. The Union Jack flies and the crown's on high. From the Boyne to the Somme, from Derry to the sea, Ulster stands British, Ulster till I die.
Okay, guys. End of the stream. Don't worry, I'm not drinking rum. Ribeye, the mediocre moderator, said I shouldn't drink rum when we're doing a live stream. Says it affects my speech. So I promised I wouldn't drink rum. So I'm drinking whiskey instead, with quite a drop of water in. Good. Interesting night. We had Abatha Rex. Yeah. Sometimes some people say he's a bit affected in his mannerisms. I quite like him. We had JST, serious. Nice to see him smile occasionally. Then we had that crazy, was he crazy? The plastic African in. That was interesting. And we had that Nat West guy. Mike says don't talk. I think I'll do what I damn well like, Mike, after a couple of beers or whiskers. You're lucky I don't start playing silly love songs. Okay, guys, I got to go and join the girls. You take care. Ribeye, you done a good job for once. And don't forget, Ribeye's got his show on Monday, 27th, 7 o'clock. Been advertising it for a week. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'll tell you why I'm looking forward to it. No. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, well, I hope you've had a pleasant evening. See you on the next one, round about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, I should imagine we'll start again. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow, and behind the scenes has been the magnificent moderator, Ribeye. Good night. God bless.